on display and made available for pre-order. When the presenter informs you that the pre-order service is available on an item, this is your chance to pop it into your online basket or speak to one of our brilliant call centre team members and be one of the first to secure your purchase.
It's easy to stay in touch with Jewellery Maker. You can like our Facebook page and join a community of over 65,000 people. You can follow us on Twitter and tweet us your messages and opinions, send photos of your designs and enter our Wall of Fame competition. Or if you need any help or advice, you can email our friendly help team. Make sure to get involved and stay up to date with Jewellery Maker.
Come and join Jewellery Maker on Saturday the 31st of March for our Easter shopping bargain bonanza. Tickets are £9.95 and you'll be privy to exclusive offers, discounted deals and exciting products. Oh, and don't forget the tea and cake. To get your tickets, contact the call centre or head over to www.jewellerymaker.com.
Owning a strand of genuine gemstones is always exciting, but being able to use it in your handcrafted jewellery, then passing it on to its new owner with proof of its authenticity is even more incredible. Why not add one of our printed authenticity cards to your order and share that same feeling with your customers? You can also access online authenticity certificates through items you have previously ordered by looking at your order history on your account details. The certificate gives you valuable information about your purchase and is your guarantee of quality and peace of mind from Jewellery Maker. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share.
Hello, hello and welcome. It's very nice to have your company. I'm Vicki and I'm going to be with you all the way through until 10 o'clock this evening. We've got some big deals going on. Yes, we are genuinely going to bring you those out of this world opportunities. Gemstones that will make you stop and stare. We'll give you deals that will put your jaw to the floor. We've got some fast and furious offers to kickstart the show, and that's the first thing that you've got to know. It is going to be fast and furious on our silver mega deals. We're also going to be bringing you within today's show, if you're getting silver, you kind of need a certain iconic gemstone, certain findings. You want also perhaps some nice crystals, etc. We've got all of that to match your sterling silver. So in some ways, tonight, we're giving you the foundations to kickstart. We're giving you the silver. Then we'll bring you gemstone after gemstone, seed beads and crystal. We're going to give you all of those things that then build upon that luxury of sterling silver setting. And that's what we've got guaranteed, including iconic button pearls, some of the most majestic button pearls that we've got. I mean, that precision in the formation of the button pearls is absolutely delightful. Those are coming up later on. Those are in your 7 o'clock hour. We also have for you a pretty unique deal. Now, obviously, I've just shown you it before the break, but I'm going to talk about it again. Today's must-have genuinely is the must-have for those who are perhaps already invested into jewellery making, or those who perhaps are just getting started. I think for many of us, amber is a go-to. It's a reliable, it's a guarantee, it's a luxury, and it's the one that you're going to have today, because we are going to give you a manager's special exclusive price tag. Are we allowed to put it for pre-order? Because I'm just thinking, if I tell you the price tag, I want to make sure that everybody's got the same chance to get hold of it. So I tell you what we'll do. We'll do it as a one-off. We won't normally do this, but we will do it this evening. Hang on a minute. Where's it gone? I'll give you a close-up. It was there beside me a second ago, and now it's gone. Not to worry. Take a look at this close-up. Take a look at the quality of that multiple layering of luxury. We're talking about one of the finest sources of this gemstone that we have ever seen. And we're seeing some of the finest and yet some of the most unique qualities explored into this design, into this shape, into this one strand. Guess what? For a one deal manager special exclusive, it's under £15. Under 15. Right, we're going to put it for pre-order. I'm going to leave it there and just let it linger, literally in the stratospheres of your pricing of amber. Think about what you would normally expect for £15. Not 50, 50, but 15, under £15. Manager special, because we have got our Scott. Yes, Manager Scott is in the hot seat producing, which means the prices that you've got, I can't guarantee you're going to get any other time than this evening. He does have, you know, those special buttons. I do think that, you know, they give him an extra long keypad on days like today, just to make sure that he does something extra special on the price. There he is.
Hello.
Yeah. Yeah,
Hello.
thanks.
That was very close. I wasn't TV ready then at all. That was very close.
TV ready. I don't think I'm ever TV ready. There's not a part of me.
Sorry, guys. Yes, it was, wasn't it?
That's nice.
If I knew this was happening, I'd...
Yeah. Anyway, manager
hello.
Special offer.
Yeah.
Open for pre-orders.
Listen, just opened it now.
Okay,
Ready.
we're going to go for it. If you do want to guarantee this, manager, we're not, obviously it's not an average price point, but our Scott is today joining us for a very specific reason. He's going to give us some extra special deals, and then he's going to go off and shave. We have got not just the magnificent opportunities of luxury gemstones that will take you out of this world, but we also have for you a lady who is going to give you creativity and inspiration that is out of this world, and the gorgeous Katie joins us. Hello.
Hello.
Now I have to tell you, your kit tonight, that has absolutely floored me. I think you have made some of the best jewellery you've ever made. I
loved
think
it.
it's glorious.
Space and anything abstract and quirky, shall we say, is right up my street.
No, I never noticed that about you. Did you know that? No, we didn't notice that at all. Okay, Bruce, already. Okay, 20 of the amber have already been allocated. Now, obviously, once it's gone, it's gone. 20 of the... Right, okay, I can tell you now, it's first come, first served on that amber, but it's already... It's not coming on until 8:30. That's 2.5 hours' time. If it does sell out, well, you'll have to go and find another today's must-have, won't you, Scott? That's what managers do, don't they? The thing is, I'm going to get Bruce. Bruce, I want you to select... Now, obviously, it's your choice, Brucey boy, right? You choose which piece of jewellery you want to give. Just one piece from the first kit to give like a real snapshot of just how amazing the first kit is. Take a deep breath, because I don't think you've seen anything quite like this. This is genuinely amazing. Look at this. Not that one, but I'm joking. This one is there. Poor lad. How long have we worked together, man, Bruce? How long have you known me?
13 years.
13 years. Bruce and I have worked together
Wow.
for 13 years. That's longer than a prison sentence for most people. And I think, to be honest, that's probably how it feels when you work with me, Bruce, isn't it? No, you're meant to say no to that, Bruce. No. Always a pleasure, never a chore, honestly. Okay, I'm going to give you one more piece. I'm going to show you one more piece of this kit, right? Which one are you going to choose this time? Let's find out. Oh, I love that. I love it. Absolutely gorgeous. Okay, so you can be making many of these pieces within today's show. So you get the kit, and Kate will give you the inspiration, and you could be making all of the pieces that you see. Now, that's just a flavour of what you've got to make, and I have to say there's so much more to show you as well. So lots to look forward to. That's from 7 o'clock. We'll give you that inspiration time, give you that time to get the kits and to create something out of this world. But right now, are you ready? Right. We're ready. We're going to put the foot to the floor, right? We're not going to dawdle. We're not going to dilly-dally. We're going straight down on the price tag. And I do genuinely mean, if you snooze, you will lose, because the quantities, well, they're kind of limited, but there's enough if you're fast. And that means check in now at JewelleryMaker.com. Get ready to check out your baskets. Don't leave in your basket, you'll lose out. Join us on the phone lines and get ready. We are going to kick-start the evening show with a mega deal opportunity. Now, we're going to start with an extra special opportunity. Sorry, I've got a creaky chair. We do need to get this creaky chair shorted, Miss Moneypenny. I need to get it shorted, Miss Moneypenny. But we definitely, no doubt about it. I mean, obviously I'm getting old and the bones are creaking, but they're not that bad yet. Not yet. I found out, what is it, fish oil? That's what you're meant to use, isn't it, for that? A bit of fish oil.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, I'm not suggesting that for the chair. I would make the chair drink the fish oil. I'm not suggesting that's going to be the... Oh, it really is creaky. An amazing way to start the show. We have got 20 of your flathead pins. Now, I'm just going to show you them, first of all, like so. And I'm just going to drop them forward. Now, flathead pins create a totally different aesthetic to your round ball head pins, because what you have here is something that has a flush finish to the bead or to the finding that you're using. And often is the case, they can create a much more contemporary edge. Sometimes with a ball head pin, it creates perhaps a little bit more of a feature, whereas the flathead pin can be a little bit more of a flush design, a little bit more of a contemporary style to your jewellery.
Yeah, with findings, you can either have them as part of the design and use them as a feature, or they're there for a purpose.
Yeah, like mechanical almost.
Yeah, and you don't particularly sometimes want them to be seen. So the flush bottom of this is perfect for that.
That's right. And I think, you know, when you've got 20, don't forget, I'm going to say that now. Let me just say it again, because if you see the price tag, you'll think you're getting 10, right? You're not getting 10. You've got 20 in one pack. So think about how many you want. Now, I will tell you just now, quantity-wise, it's not bad. We've got 100. It won't touch the sides when I tell you I'm paying. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. I told you. Now, let's just remember who's in the hot seat. Is this an average price tag for 20 sterling silver head pins? Who's in the hot seat? Our Scott, manager Scott, is saying £2.95 on that deal. Absolutely an amazing opportunity. It's a go, go, go. Fantastic. Flush bottom, I think is what you just called it.
I did, yes, a flush bottom.
We all like that. We all like that on a Tuesday evening. I have it in my diary every week. £2.95 is all you pay. An amazing treat. Let me just rotate them around so you can see the length that you have here. These are sitting as 38mm, so plenty of space for if you want to do charm drops and things like that with your added beads. Yeah. We've got plenty of pearls coming our way, and I guess, you know, when we talk about the likes of button pearls, if you do want to add to that detail, simple for you to be able to create the flush design through the actual pearl itself. And most of our pearls these days have got a great drill hole which facilitates using stronger, bigger head pins, don't they? Great messages come in from Angela. Hi Angela, she says, evening Vicky, I just wanted to thank you for my prize, a bag of beads. I got them today and spent all afternoon having a sort. Oh, that's great. Oh, that's fantastic. Wow, Vicky, nice look with your hair down. You look stunning. Ah, thanks very much. I think that basically means, Vix, nice that you made an effort tonight.
You look radiant, actually. You've got like a radiant look.
Do you want to know what the truth is? I have had to trowel on the makeup. I'm not joking. I have troweled on the makeup. I am living at the moment on about 2/3 hours sleep because my 2-year-old is. She's having a bit of a moment. She's deciding that sleep is not necessary to the household. So yeah, this genuinely is troweled on makeup. I'm not pretending. I'm not faking it. If I took the makeup off, literally, the bags would be the size of a carrier bag from a well-known shop. Genuine. Anyway, what does this say? Sheen says, hi Vicky, fish oil? That's what W40 is made of. I did not. Did you know that?
I didn't know that.
Oh, I think you might be kidding. Literally, I went, I think that's a joke, Vix. I literally took it, so literally there. That's the sleep deprived coming in, I tell you. You can't underestimate it. £2.95 is all you're paying. That's the first deal, and it's a first sellout deal. I reckon there's going to be multiple sellout deals this evening. I also think that the sellout deal of our deal of the day will happen at the end of this evening. Your very last chance to get the deal of the day happens between 8 and 9 o'clock this evening. But I will tell you categorically, we have got a very, very big opportunity for our deal of the day, collector's opportunity. But it's the very last chance to get it. I will not guarantee the price tag. It really is. I think in some ways, it shows you the prowess of our buying team to give you the gemstone that we have coming your way. Deal of the day is coming your way. That's between 8 and 9. Last chance to get it. Probably the only chance you're going to see it at the price that we can do it for. Now we're going to stick with head pins, and we're going to go with the ball head, and these are the longer version of with the ball head. Now the interesting thing is, if we then show you the differential, in fact I don't mind showing you flat head pin to round, because actually if you're just getting started, you'd think that all head pins do the same, but they really don't. Can you see just simply how you've got the flat flush there, and then you've got the round bead at the top. Now they do the same job, but they finish the jewellery in a different way. For example, if you wanted to do a multi-cluster bracelet, I think there's one behind you there, Katie, can you see? Oh, thanks chick, thank you. Can you see how it works? How the bead, can you see how it would raise? Now obviously these are just created with bits of wire, but the bead, the ball head would do exactly the same. It would use it would be much more of a dramatic detail to the actual bracelet that you're creating. Would create that design, wouldn't it?
Absolutely.
So if you do want that lovely bubble design, you could do that. I tell you what, you could put that many pearls onto. Now these are the longer head pins, so you're getting more for your money, and yet here we are, we're at £1.95. You're getting a pack of 10 for just £1.95. Now this is sterling silver, and I'm sure if you watch it for the first time you go, can't be. What, solid 925 sterling silver? We can't say unless it is. The 925 is representative of the purity of silver that is sterling silver, and that's 92.5%. And therefore we can only call it sterling silver if that is the percentage of silver that you're getting, and that is exactly what we're guaranteeing for £1.95. I tell you what, you can sneeze and spend £1.95 these days, can't you? I mean, I'm not joking. You look in your purse, you think you've got a £5 or a £10 in your purse, and then it goes, and you don't know what you've bought, and you think, oh yeah, I bought a pack of chewing gum, and then I bought a mag. £1.95 is you're right, you probably can't even buy a posh coffee for that kind of price tag these. You can't, can you not? I say I don't buy a coffee. I'm boring like that. Don't do coffee or tea. Herbal tea, just water. Literally, just hot water. That's it. Actually, having said that, I'll regret. I will tell you it's not just hot water, because I have hot water and cold water together. Putting it out there, living on the edge. I live on that edge.
Lovely blend.
I love the fact that Bruce is going, honestly, shut up, Vix. £1.95 is all you pay. You've got that solid quality. It's another sellout deal. Okay, so far, sellout. That's it. That's it. Solid sellout. Right, we've got 2 more deals to be able to fit in. Now let's go. Shall we go for the half size? Let's go for the half size of the ball heads. Now take a look at this. Now, half size to full size, in terms of the usage of the different lengths, is it a case of just not wasting the longer length, or is there a specific reason that you would go for the shorter length? Because I always feel that with the shorter length there's a little bit more tensile strength.
Well, yeah, there's definitely strength, but if you've got smaller, more delicate gems,
beads,
you want to be able to just show that off without overloading it too much with silver.
Yep.
And plus, also, you're not actually wasting a lot. So, you know, you can use the whole head pin and not have... I mean, I say waste, you'd obviously save it and melt it down and get your money back or whatever you do with it. But at least this way you can use the whole head pin.
And I think you're right, actually, and I've just put some of the seed beads on, and I think you're right, actually, the smaller ones facilitate perhaps, without because with the longer ones you'd probably be more inclined to use more, but you don't need to. No. It's just probably the length that would probably establish that. So just to give you some idea, these are 25 mil, so they're the half length of what you've just had, and you can see the nice solid head pin design that you have, but it's going to again give you that quality of finish. And interestingly enough, we're back on that principle of making the opportunity of wearable jewellery of iconic status, sterling silver, affordable. And I think so for a lot of us, when we first get started into jewellery making, the last thing you'd think is that you have the ability to work with sterling silver because you expect it to be expensive.
Yeah.
And it is classically. It's not a cheap. It's not a cheap composite, or it's not silver plated that we're doing here. It's sterling silver. So, but actually, it's about the way that we can provide it and the pricing that we do. I'd almost say that these are trade prices. I think that's the best way to describe what we do in our deals. Trading in terms of we do bigger quantities, therefore we do smaller prices. And that's often a case of if you get the multi-packs like this and you get 10 in one pack, then you are going to get it at a much more affordable price than perhaps if you were buying them in 3s or 5s, which perhaps potentially could do in silver. £1.95 is all you pay a 10 pack of your 95 sterling silver ball head pins that you have here. Everybody who's joined so far in this deal, literally everybody has multi-purchased. That just gives you some kind of sense of how good the deal is. Make the most of this opportunity. And you can see there, 25 centimetre, still giving you that potential. You know what 25 mil for me is?
Stop.
I know you looked at me. When you looked with a quizzical face, and I was like, what are you looking at? So, let's try that again.
Okay.
Okay. No, hang on. Katie, do you know what 25 mil means to me?
What does 25 mil mean to you?
It means earrings.
Yeah.
That's what it means to me.
Sorry, Scott.
I'm just thinking, you can see there, 25 mil for me is the perfect earring drop.
Yeah.
You can really get that easy style to the a classic drop style earring.
Yeah. Well, actually, in all seriousness, for work and things like that, some people aren't allowed to wear long, dangly earrings.
No.
So at least you can sort of have a little bit of a movement with your jewellery, but not have it dangerous, So.
I think it's that wearability, isn't it?
Yeah.
Wearability factor. £1.95 is all you pay. You're getting 10. And as I say, you just get a little bit, it feels always like you get a little bit more strength in the shorter ones in terms of their quality. Right, let's go to, oh, yes. Now I need to give you a bit of a heads up. We're about to go into a chain deal. You've got one more of your findings and then you've got your chain deal. I'm just going to let you know, the chain deal is absolutely ludicrously priced. I mean, so far beyond what we really should be doing. It's bizarre. What I'll tell you is that please just be prepared to multi-purchase, just like you have with the head pins. Be prepared to multi-purchase. It's the go-to of chains, and it's going to be one of the most ridiculous prices. So get ready, work out how many chains you want now, because we're one offer away from those. Before that, though, let's go to another signature opportunity for your head pins. This time we're going with the 50 mil. Which again is that double length, and you can see here the flat ball, the flat head pins in the 50 mil. We've got another mega deal offer. There's 10 in this pack, and this time, I mean, come on, sell out after sell out after sell out. And of course, the thing is it's how many you need. If you don't need 20, then just buy one pack. But if you want 30, then buy 3 packs. I think the reality at £1.95 is you do what's right by your jewellery designs.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of people would multi-purchase this simply because at £1.95 you can't really do without head pins.
No, you can't do without head pins. And going back to the saying about it being trade prices, a lot of the time when you're buying through wholesale companies, you have to buy a set amount. Whereas here we're getting the trade prices. You don't have to buy 50
without the restrictions.
sets. You can just get one if you wanted to, and you're still getting the deal as if you would buy 50 pieces.
You
from
are
the
quite
wholesale.
right, actually, putting it that way. Because in some ways, I think a lot of people see us as your regular retailer. I think, almost competing against the likes of your hobby and crafting shops.
Yeah.
But actually, we're very different to that because we do those larger quantities. But on top of that, what we also do is then give you a trade quantity, which then makes us sit within the trade environment. But obviously, we don't restrict you to having to buy 50 packs to get the trade price tag. We're sitting right in the middle, aren't we?
Yeah.
We're a bit of an anomaly. I like that
that's
word.
a good word.
That was a good word.
Anomaly, yeah.
Yes, we're an anomaly. I couldn't spell it. I can see it, but I can't spell it. Anybody spell it?
No.
I love the fact that Bruce went, don't even ask me. Anomaly. See. Even in my ear they're trying and failing. £1.95. QZ3, what? £1.95 is all you pay. That's a pack of 10 of these 95.79. This is going to be another sellout deal. Another way, right, prepare. Right, you've got to tell you, if you think that this has been good so far, and it has, you know, if you know how big the deals have been, sellout after sellout after sellout, right, we're about to sit into another massive deal, but not based on one person buying one item. I'm going to guarantee each person who comes in will buy 2s and 3s minimum at the price that we're going to do for this guaranteed luxury and yet classic cable chain. We've got a message just come in, and it says, yippee, sterling silver findings, thank you so much. Have really missed them recently. Oh, well, that's good news, because I've got another trade deal, another mega opportunity, and it's even more silver. Keep watching. The thing is that this is probably the most solid, this is the most classic, and I think in some ways this is the go-to chain for not just jewellery wearers, but jewellery makers in particular. And I say that very specifically because there are so many different variants, so many different types of chain out there, and in terms of your classics, I guess the go-to is the cable link. And that's what this is. But the reason that it's so versatile for jewellery making is because the links are open. The links are guaranteed to facilitate if you want to perhaps do a charm, perhaps you want to lock in and you want to utilise that with other variants. You've got the wideness of the link, and you've got the sleekness of the overall effect. It works beautifully for jewellery making. And I think in some ways, you know, when we start to buy chains, we buy chains because we like them. And I think, you know, for a lot of the times as jewellery makers, we probably buy more chains than we sometimes need. But in reality, the more chains you've got, the more jewellery making you have. I guarantee every time I buy a chain, I make a piece of jewellery. And there's a reason for that. It's because the chain inspires me. And this is the go-to chain for anybody who wants to get started into jewellery making. For anybody who perhaps wants to try us out and you've never bought from us before, I think this is a great example of how good we are at bringing you those go-to items for your jewellery wear, but go-to items that then become way more affordable when you buy from us. Now you can, and I would encourage you to go like for like on this for price comparison. I would love you to find anywhere that does the price that we're about to do on this kind of quality. As soon as the graphics come on, that's now, you've got to react. You've got to go. We have just limited double figure quantity, no hundreds on this one. Normally with our chains, because of how busy we are, we normally have multiple quantities of triple figures at least. Nowhere near that we have there. Love the fact that you've got the open link of the cable chain. Cable chain is a go-to for a lot of people. It's the classic, and of course with that 90-degree link formation, it sits and cushions against the skin perfectly. This is actually the design that sits back all the way back to the anchor chain that you find on the end of ships to drop the anchor, and that's why it's so practical, because it's so wearable, it's so strong, and that's the point of it. That's why so many people love working with it, and because it's got the strength of the link, it means that it can create a balance on the neckline when you're adding a pendant, can't it?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, with the strength of that as well, you can probably go a little bit bigger with your pendants and things. So
yes.
If you're a wire worker, you can add that little bit more embellishment on your pendants. So
this is a chain that can take it. This is a chain that can facilitate jewellery design, as well as, I guess in some ways, if you've already got pendants, etc., it's a really good one to have as a go-to chain. I would say for me, it's probably my ultimate go-to chain actually. Yeah. And the best part about it is that coming up later on, well, we've just done the findings of silver, but we've got things like pearl. You know, if we took one of those button pearls, just one of these button pearls, nothing else, just one, and we wanted to, with the head pin, and you wanted to make a single pendant with a pearl, this is the chain that you could just drop and use that as a scent of stone. Look at that. How lovely is that going to look? Yeah. See, that's just simple classic jewellery, isn't it? Now I can tell you already, before even the price comes in, half the stock is allocated. I mean, that just goes to show that's people who know who we are, who knows how good our prices are, and who are making the most of this. But actually, I've just been told half the stock, that's not to half the quantity in terms of the people buying. We've got a lot of multi-buyers. Now, the thing is I've got multi-buyers on the web who are happy at £6.95, because normally on the web you see that price tag before the price comes in on the TV. But remember, tonight we'll have a twist. Tonight we'll have a very big twist. And that's just where the twists begin. Yes, we will give plenty of mega deal offers this evening. We are guaranteeing that everybody pays the final low price, and that price tag is less than £5. So you know when I said go and do like-for-like price comparison, don't do a price comparison at £6.95, which I still don't think you'd find anywhere else doing it. I want you to do it at £4.95 and see where the deals are coming in. An incredible deal that we have here. Now you can see there the quantity is disappearing at a rate of knots, so you will have to be quick. You will have to be very, very quick on those lines, and I can tell you lots of multi-buys guaranteeing that this is their deal. Lush to have your company this evening. Congratulations, Christine. I've got Susan confirmed on this one. Linda's joined me as well. Congratulations if you've got a phone in your hand. We're processing your call as fast as we can. Now it is a free phone number that you're dialing, so if you find yourself holding on the lines, you're not investing your money, you're investing your time. So stay on the lines and you'll get through to fantastic call centre. Now obviously if you're joining us on the web, placing this into your basket and leaving it there, that's just dangerous business. Sell out after sell out so far this evening. Literally this has been a sell out opportunity so far with the head pins. So with that in mind, if you don't want to miss out, you've got to check out. Check it out. And you could do I just got down with the kids there. I just thought I'd get a little bit, you know, generational. Yeah. No?
Yeah?
Yeah? Yeah? Yeah? No. At £4.95 is all you pay. You got 50 chances. To be honest, when it says 50, that's not 50 buyers. The reality is that 50 is probably 25 people to buy who are buying multiples of 2 minimum. So that's the reality at this price tag. Because really, I mean, you think about it. For example, take that pearl, that single pearl drop, and you get somebody going, what a beautiful pearl necklace with the chain, and you've got that gorgeous single pearl there, and they go, could you make me one? Well, if you bought 2 chains and you've got a full strand of the pearls which you're going to get at 7 o'clock, well, the good news is the answer is yes, you can make one, and perhaps you either give it as a gift if you're that kind, or alternatively you can charge them. You've got it depends whether they're nice people or not. Now I have over 50 people who've put in their baskets. Now I'm no Carol Vorderman, but if I've got over 50 people who have put in their baskets and I've got 37 left, somewhere along the line somebody's going to be missing out. We are over allocated and everybody checks out the baskets. Now obviously we're not here to deny you of what you want, so that's why we're going to encourage you to check out your baskets to guarantee that what you want is what you get, especially at this price tag, because this is not obviously your average price point for a solid sterling silver chain. It is okay. Yeah, tell you what, I went shopping a couple of weeks ago, and I went shopping for with the husband. Doesn't happen very often in our lives, but we went shopping because it was my son's birthday. I went out, my husband said, such a man, he went, I need to go and get a coffee. Just like that. I mean, we'd been shopping for maybe about 40 minutes. I need to go and get a coffee. I was like, okay, you go and get a coffee. And I was stood outside the shop. I was outside this jeweller's shop. And I caught my eye, these chains, and I thought, oh, I'll just go and have, I thought, wow, that's a great price. Oh my God, how on earth have they done that? Really, really lovely, solid stuff. Oh, I was thinking, that's a great price tag. How have they done that price tag? Do you want to know what happened then? My eyes kicked in. Silver plated.
Oh.
And I wasn't impressed because it looked canny.
Yeah.
But actual reality, I was thinking the price tag was cracking for silver, which is a totally different ball. And there's nothing wrong with silver plated, but actually they were kind of hiding the fact it was silver plated. It was a tiny weeny, you know, put my glasses on and see if I can see what it says, kind of advertising that it was silver plated. Solid sterling silver from us for £4.90. That's solid sterling silver for £4.95. Make sure you check out your baskets to guarantee that that deal is yours. Now then, I like it when my manager in my ear goes, well, these emeralds are going to be a silly price. That's nice, isn't it? I mean, that's nice. Okay, I'll just translate exactly what I've just heard. These emeralds are going to be a silly price. Then the next sentence makes me jar just a little bit when he says, and they're already £7.95. I feel like there should be a ... I feel like there's going to be a gap to be filled there. I don't want to show you these and then suggest that they're going lower, because that's kind of what I have just suggested, haven't I?
Yes.
That's kind of what I've suggested.
He'll have to do it now, won't he?
He will. Thank you. I like the fact that you moved the blame away from me and you proportioned it straight at our manager's door. Thank you, Katie. Did you hear that, Scott? Serious rebounding of attention there to you. Now, Scott, who is my manager, who is in the hot seat right now setting the price tag, he has just said £7.95 is a great price tag, but, and I do think there is a very big but, and I cannot lie, you have got here 25 carats of Brazilian. Now, do you want to know why Brazil is a top place to get emerald from? Because it has the highest ratio of chromite. Chromite in the gem world is what? Colour. If you put chrome or chromium into a gemstone, and that means Mother Nature puts it in there, although I have to say some people do it as a diffusion because it's so prevalent to gemstones, but not here. But what we're saying is in Brazil, the best place to get that power of colour is thanks to Brazilian chromite. This amazing result. You've got here a fabulous 25 carats of Brazilian emerald with that pertinence of colour that can only be really brought about by Brazil, or perhaps you would say perhaps a little bit of Colombia would come along and bring you that kind of pulse of colour, but really it's Brazil that has that elevated chromite inclusion, that distinction, and you know every location is different for emerald. But I do think if you're looking for that most indicative quality of emerald, and I think really the reality is that if you want to say what indicates emerald as emerald, it's its colour green. But it's not just the colour, it's the vibrancy of the colour, it's the energy of the colour. That's what makes Brazilian emerald stand out, because it is absolutely guaranteed to be world-class colour. And guess what? £7.95 is not the price. It should be the price, wholeheartedly should be the price tag. Are you actually joking? Computer says no to dropping it. Right, just to let you know, genuinely, this is absolutely fine. Computer says 100% no to £7.95 with his management muscles in place. And I've heard that he's got some serious muscles. It is £6.95. Now, can you see that bottom graphic there says this will be £6.95? That is Scott. That's Scott typing a message. Scott, type in another message so we know that it's definitely you messaging us that this will be £6.95. Because I'm sure a lot of people won't believe me that it's going £6.95. But you are saying, aren't you, that this is definitely going to £6.95, right? Bring in a strap on that graphic that says, hello. Yeah, that really shows that it's you, Scott. I mean, that really is helpful. You do say hello quite a lot, it's very true. £7.95 is not the price that you're paying. £6.95 is your deal price on this one. Apologies that the computer is rebelling, but that's okay. That's okay, we can override it. You know, it's out of this world. We will literally push it out of this world. We'll make it even lower in price tag. I don't know what that means. Message from Scott. Look at that. Message from Scott. WD-40 isn't made of fish oil. Oh, you've put... John, you seen what you've actually put? Fish Ollie. Ollie, Ollie, Ollie. WD-40 isn't made of fish Ollie. What? Now you definitely know that that's Scott messaging in. £7. £7.95 is not your price tag. You've got your Brazilian iconic colour, and I mean it really is iconic colour of Brazilian colour, and you've got that luxury of emerald for £6.95. Apologies that the graphic is having a little bit of a rebellion, but you know what, we'll do our best with it. We'll do our best. Now, these are epic. As soon as I saw these, you know when you just go, yes. Now that is a serious. That's what I've been waiting for Mookite, because a lot of Mookite recently has been it's kind of been smaller. It's been a little lovely colour range. I have to say our Mookite's been fabulous, but it's been a little bit more delicate. Step away from that, especially because it's summertime. I mean, we're heading to, she says desperately, because we're heading spring to summer. Really, these are going to be perfect to get that feature for the neckline, aren't they?
Absolutely.
That feature for the wrist. And really, you only need one to sit, isn't it? And if I take you to perhaps the colour arrangement, so you get pieces that look like this, and then you get pieces that look like this. Oh, there you go, great. That shows you the variance. Absolutely amazing. I love the mustards, the creams, the caramels. You get that gorgeous quality about it. Now then, just think, if I take that centerpiece, let's show that just one. I just want you to think of it as a single stone by itself, and I want to put it on perhaps a nice suede cord, something like that. Just very contemporary, very sleek look. Now, if you think about how many bracelets or necklaces I could do in that style, you know, if we're doing some affairs and things like that, you want to be able to make probably fast-producing jewellery for a lot of the time, and you could do that with this size because it has the status, and because obviously every strand's different. Here you've got perhaps a heavier base of the mustard tones, whereas the close-up that you've got there is just another strand, exactly the same gemstone, but as you can see there, a bit more variety in colour. So every strand will be different, which shows you that these are genuine gemstones. And I like the fact we're showing you that these are genuine gemstones and every strand is different. That's the whole point, is that you're making genuine gemstone jewellery. You're making Mother Nature's creation. An amazing treat that you have there. $9.95 is all you pay. $9.95 is all you pay for the whole strand.
That's amazing.
And it's 400 carats, you see. That's what I mean by the drama of each one of these is that they hold their own. You don't need to multi-stack them 5 or 6, 7 or 8 and 9 together to make an impact. You only need one, and that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. So you got 20, so that's 50p each.
Yeah.
So let's put that back into the perspective of doing your gemstone fairs, your jewellery fairs, anything like that, and you've got 50 pence, maybe with a cord, maybe with some leather perhaps. You're going to do some nice peyote or any of those kind of details to build upon it. Right? Just think about one piece of jewellery and the main ingredients costing you 50 pence.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if you're doing anything over the Easter holidays with the children, or if you run any clubs or anything like that, as you say, the simple bracelets, they can all make and take. There you go, they've made their bracelet and they can take it home.
50p.
So, yeah.
And it's, you know, interestingly enough, it's a really interesting gemstone as well. And that's the lovely thing, like the single quantity figures left there. You know, it's an interesting gemstone. It doesn't, it's from one place in the world and it can't be found anywhere else because the derivatives of this gemstone are actually amassed within the Mooka Creek, and that's it in South Australia. You know, it's not like it's an everyday gemstone either that you're working with for that 50p per stone. It's pretty special, that one, isn't it? Now, I did say to Scott before we came to wear, I have a bit of a penchant at the moment, like a proper penchant. Penchant.
Yeah.
Me and pearls. Now, I've always liked my pearls. Always liked my pearls. But me with black pearls at the moment.
Lovely.
I love them. And I love black and cream and white pearls together. It's me thing at the moment. It's me thing, you see. If I just show you, I made myself laugh there. If I just, I'm such an idiot. We've got here these beautiful, breathtaking button pearls. And if I just show you them, and this is why I've got to do this, a part of me, I'm really holding back from not cutting this strand up and putting it together with this strand here. Because I just want to see. Nice. In fact, part of me wants to challenge you, Katie. I do want to set, because I think with those pearls, Look at that together. They are meant to be together.
Yeah.
You can almost hear them talk. Wow, we want to be together. We want to be together, don't they? I mean, imagine a nice torsade. You know that pearls talk, right? But if you did a torsade, just a simple classic necklace. In fact, let me pop this against my neckline, Brucey. Let's show everybody what it's going to look like. I mean, that.
Yeah.
Just think how expensive that looks, but not how expensive it's going to be, because obviously you're buying from us, but how expensive it looks, and how expensive it would be if you were buying it as a pre-made piece of jewellery. I think that's the differential. How much would it cost if it was from somewhere else that had already been pre-made? If you want the button pearls in the creams and the whites, then they're coming up in 7 PM, so that's 10 minutes away. But if you want the black freshwater pearls to go with, to get that torsade design, to get that elegant combination, $7.95. That is just an absolutely balmy price tag. And I know for a lot of people go, well, they can't be freshwater, they can't be genuine, but they are. You can get a certificate of authenticity if that's what you need, for you get that guaranteed approval that they are. That's just 25 pence as an additional fee. I would always say with something like pearls, if you do need that just reassurance, get the certificate, because you have got the guarantee there. If you're selling your jewellery, if you're giving a gift to the jewellery, that you know that we're saying what it is. And I can understand there's a bit of a hesitation for those who don't know us, because actually in reality you see pearls elsewhere and you see the pricing of 3-4 figures for classic pearl necklaces, and you think to yourself, well, why are they charging that price tag? And so surely there's something wrong with these. It maybe is the other way around. Maybe they've just got a very, very high price tag, and what we're doing is the quality for a price tag that makes it affordable. So give us a try. If you've not tried us before, I think this is a great way for us to introduce ourselves to you. This is a fantastic introduction to what we are all about. If you do buy from us, you will get a certificate of authenticity, as I say, for just 25 pence. And we can offer you a welcome pack as well. So if you want to know a little bit more about us, if you spend over £4.95 with us, whether that be with that pearl strand or anything that you buy from us, spend £4.95, we'll send you a fantastic full welcome pack that introduces you to how to get started. It gives you a DVD free of charge worth £4.95 that gives you step-by-step instruction. You also get project cards, findings and threads, so you've got loads in that welcome pack. So you just need to buy one thing for £4.95 and you get that welcome pack if you're brand new to us. Okay, let's go to... Oh, hang on. These are big. These are great. Now, these really are great. For me, you look at this size and I just see practicality. And that sounds really rubbish, because you think, oh, I don't want to see practicality. But in jewellery making, you have to be practical as well as the aesthetic value of something. You want the practicality, the wearability of something. And jewellery is about wearing it, isn't it? I always think, you know, I see some beautiful design. Bond Street at the moment is just brimming with some amazing designs, but I wouldn't wear them. That's the point. I look at the jewellery and I go, lovely, but I just can't see the wearability factor. And actually, I think when you're making jewellery, especially to wear for yourself, you want to make jewellery that you can take pride in wearing, and the practicality of that is in findings like this one. And as I say, sometimes you have to be perhaps a little bit more practical as well as, you know, I guess what's imaginative and artistic. You want to have the practical elements to your jewellery wear, and that's what these can certainly facilitate. Because of the size of these are going to give you so much liberty, aren't they? Yeah,
I mean, they're so versatile. And I've actually got some of these, and I've used them in between some of the bigger round gemstones that we have,
just
like
breaking
the
them up.
12 mils, just to use them as spacers even.
Yes.
So, yeah.
And I was just thinking, you know, hoop drop earrings, those kind of designs instantly can transform with this kind of size of hoop, can't they? £3.95. Some of our largest open jump rings. These are the 9x1 rather than the 6 or the 5 mils that you could probably see from us at the same price tag, but for less. You've got here £3.95. You've got a lot of silver in these. It's 1.8 grams for between just 10 findings. And I think that gives you a sense of how thick and how solid these are.
Yeah.
And there is a sense of quality.
These would make fabulous in the vein of our out of this world Mobius ring, the flower, yes, that would
with a chain mail.
nice, yeah. Absolutely.
The Mobius ring, for those who don't know what it is a really classic shape form that you do with multiple jump rings to create a chainmail aesthetic. But it almost creates like a floral design, isn't it? It's like links. So one singular link, and then it links around. And it's probably one of the go-tos for chainmailers. Well, these would be great because you're right, it's got that orb-like form. It could create real structure and impact. £3.95 is all you pay for 10. And again, I'm not surprised to see that I've got multi-buys on this deal. Lots of people multi-purchasing on this opportunity. £3.95. Now, again, you know, we've just been talking about the pearls, but if you just wanted to break up the pearls with perhaps some nice silver, because pearls and silver, well, they're meant to be together, aren't they? Pearls are coming up straight up after the break, so you've got those coming up after the break. Oh, hang on a minute. Yeah, we're going to do this straight after the break, aren't we? Yes, okay. So at 7 o'clock. Those are 5 minutes away or so not long to go. And if you have pre-ordered the amber, you've probably done a very wise thing. I will just let you know that the amber has already absolutely flown out. We've guaranteed it, especially if you're going to get the pearls as well. Amber and pearls tonight. Oh, if you want the amber, you can pre-order it now. I've guaranteed this luxury strand, manager's special deal, under £15. Under 15. It is pre-orderable, so you can get hold of yours and make sure that you don't miss out, because once it's gone, it's gone. I can tell you that 42 have already been allocated on this deal, and it's the luxury of your amber, and it is pre-orderable, and that's coming your way. Live show deal is at 8:30, but actually, to be honest, I think you'd probably be wise to pre-order now to get hold of that. Under 15, not 50, 15. Sorry, let's quickly, let's see if we can fit one more deal in. Let's go for they're hiding on the other side of the box. So I've got something else to confess.
Okay.
Black pearls, I'm right on at the moment. Rose gold.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
my jewellery at the moment, I feel a little bit like that I'm just repeating myself over and over again. I love rose gold.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
It just works for me. And there's something really elegant about rose gold. And I think, and have you seen the new watch that's just been brought out by that very, very, very big brand? Right, this amazing talking point watch. It's in all of the big editorials. In fact, if you want to know about it, something like the Jewellery Editor, one of those kind of articles, and I think they only brought, the Jewellery Editor did an article about it, maybe about 3 or 4 days ago. It pinged through for me. One of the biggest brands has made the most magnificent watch. I looked at it, £37,000 for rose gold watch, but I like it. I thought to myself, shall I mention it to the husband? Shall I? I thought not, you know. I just thought perhaps, you know, it was highly unlikely, probably not worth wasting my breath. But rose gold, it is the colour of the moment for most designers. This is their go-to. As I say, some of the biggest brands are bringing out specific collections on rose gold, and you can add your own detail. I mean, the thing is, with these kind of crimp beads, what you could be doing is actually making two-tone jewellery. You could use your silver base as your foundations, but then add these crimp beads of the rose gold, so you're giving a two-tone texture to your design, which actually multi-tonal qualities in jewellery at the moment is very big as well. So you could do that with just a simple addition to a crimp bead, whether it be to the crimp bead cover, whether you use these as beads or just clasps over designs. You've got plenty of opportunities to be able to maximise on this. £5.95 is all you pay. And if you do like the idea of rose gold, we have got rose gold magnetic clasp coming up later on in the next hour. And I have to say to you, if I just do this together, I think you'll see how well it works. Look at that combination. Rose gold and a magnetic clasp. Yep. Big deals to be had. Your pearls are straight after the break. We'll go straight to the magnetic clasp after, so you can get the matching combination. If you do want the crimp, it's yours for £5.95. Don't go anywhere, more to come straight after this.
You can now book Jewellery Maker workshops online. Just head over to our Jewellery Maker website and click on the workshop link. We have a wide range of workshops from beginner to intermediate, covering a variety of mediums. Once you've found a workshop you would like to attend, simply click on the Book Now button, fill in the required fields, and then press Continue. This will take you through to the payment page. If you have any questions, you can contact our workshop coordinator at any time by emailing workshop@jewellerymaker.com. We look forward to seeing you. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share. Welcome to Jewellery Maker. We are part of the Immediate Media family. Immediate Media is a fast-growing multimedia platform company who operates some of the most loved brands across the UK. Our brands range from our other shopping TV channel, The Sewing Quarter, to our very successful magazines, such as Simply Knitting, Molly Makes, and The Radio Times. We work incredibly hard to inspire you and bring you lots of exciting ideas and projects. So whatever your creative needs, you know that our crafting family will be there for you. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share.
Getting started with Jewellery Maker couldn't be easier. When you spend with us £4.95, you will get a free welcome pack. That welcome pack will give you pretty much everything you need to get started. From a manual, which will help you to familiarise yourself with all of the items that you're going to be creating and all of the products that you need, including tools and findings and threads. You'll also get a DVD and step-by-step project cards. These cards and the DVD will give you the chance to be able to create a wonderful arrangement of different items of jewellery. Plus, you'll also get a free 3-pack of tools. These will be everything you need to get started. So, getting started with the Jewellery Maker couldn't be easier. So why not give it a go today? Jewellery Maker, your one-stop shop for all your jewellery making needs.
Are you interested in making a start down the jewellery making route? Then why not join Claire MacDonald for her Introduction to Jewellery Making workshop? You will learn all of the essential techniques with different shapes of genuine gemstones and try a range of jewellery making mediums. Included as part of the course is a buffet-style lunch, tour of the studio and a chance to shop in our exclusive on-site store. All for just $59.95. For more information, head over to our website or contact our workshop coordinator at any time by emailing workshop@jewellerymaker.com. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share.
The nicest part about this next opportunity is that I think one and all, no matter who we are, no matter what journey of jewellery making we're on, this is the go-to of luxury. This is the go-to for iconic jewellery. I think there's a sense of guaranteed leverage to your jewellery designs when you're working with the ingredients that we're about to offer you. And I think in some ways, we can't underestimate what pearls are across the board globally. As a reference point, I think pearls sit as probably one of the most go-to, one of the most sought-after jewellery items literally across the world. And I think there's not many gemstones that can even sit in that stratosphere of desirability. You know, we often talk about the desire of diamonds, but the desire of diamonds doesn't sit across the whole of the globe. It sits, you know, to certain elements, you know, to probably 3/4 of the globe. But actually pearls are across the board a global phenomena. They have a status that sits beyond anything that you would say is a classic tradition of gemstone admiration. And one of the best things about buying from us is that we take that passion and that admiration and then we make it affordable. And that's where, and I will absolutely say to you, this is where you have got to just do your research, do your pricing research, go and this is the hard thing. It's not that I'm going to say go and find what this strand would be if it was loose. What I want you to do is go and find it if it was in a piece of jewellery that you could make. You know, what would a luxury button pearl necklace cost you? How much would a single button pendant cost you? How much do button pearl earrings cost you? That's the thing, is that we have to have that relative of jewellery that's made up, because I think sometimes when we look at the pricing that we do, it's so far removed from the pricing of finished jewellery in your high street, in your boutique jewellers, in the likes of department shops. You can almost lose sight and think that they're different items. It's almost like you look at the price tag of 3 or 4 figures, and my husband, you know, those of you know me, you know what I'm like. I like to send the husband to do the price researching in lots of jewellers, and interestingly enough, I think even for him, he's got that understanding now that the only place you buy pearls is from us, because the reality of what you can see in finished jewellery is so close in terms of the quality of the ingredients that we have, that you could make that type of iconic jewellery, but it costs you so much less. And it really is that simple. I mean, there's no hurdles to climb. There's no glitches, no ifs and buts. That's just how it is. If you want to make world-leading qualities into your pearl collection, then all you need is to come to us. And that's how I genuinely feel about the quality of these pearls. They are truly exactly what you would want world quality to be. And I mean that because you've got a high grade of density in terms of the surface. You've got the luxury of a guaranteed size. You've got that distinction of the button pearl. And then you've got everything that perhaps you would grade a pearl on, tick the boxes, and then you don't just have one strand. And that's when this comes into its own in terms of a deal. You know us well enough that we do great deals on single strands, but this is a double strand deal. And that, for me, that makes me very excited, because you've got 2 variant sizes to work with. You've got the guarantee that perhaps you could go one to the neckline and one to the wrist. You know, that's the lovely thing. You could do a suite of jewellery without even hesitating. You could make a beautiful suite of jewellery from this one deal. And you've got these natural white freshwater pearls working together in the arrangement of 9x5 and 7x4. So your 9x5 in your larger, let me put these against the skin, because I think it's always good to see pearls against the neckline, and I'm just going to take them there so you can see size wise and length of the strand itself. If I just show you, sits beautifully to wrap around the neckline. Now if I show you that, that's what you'd classify as a classic princess drop. Between a 16 to 18 inch drop on the neckline would be classified as a princess drop. And this is a classic princess neckline piece, isn't it? And you've got that length, which is going to absolutely guarantee the way that these look now, because all you need to do is perhaps add a little extender chain, add a clasp, and that's it. Genuinely, that's it. Neckline done. Then put a pause. That's your necklace for the neckline. Think about how much that would be in a boutique window. Think about how much this would be if you were buying it from a retailer and not making it. I'm just going to put that out there, just on that strand. This strand, pricing wise, I'd buy, I can't even go with how many times I would buy this over. You've then got the matching suite of jewellery to be able to be created from this strand here, because perhaps you want a little bit more of a delicate look on the wrist. Check that out. You've got the delicacy and the wearability of this piece. So there's your bracelet. Look at how much I've got left. I've got all of this left to do as I see fit. Now that might be perhaps a perfect drop pair of earrings, perhaps a second bracelet to make a cuff style bangle. You know, facility to create what you want. You might want to use one of those and make a little pearl against a nice pearl. You could do whatever you wanted, absolutely anything you wanted. And that's why I am so excited about the deal you're about to see. Now I've got a lot of people who've put into their baskets already at a happy price tag of $24.95. Lots of people comfortable, lots of people happy at $24.95. Now there's 100 to allocate. Now obviously people are putting into their baskets, but a lot of people have already checked out. But you know how I said to you this evening, we had a lot of twists to look forward to. We have a manager sitting in the hot seat producing, which means that the pricing has perhaps got a little bit more leverage. And therefore, the £24.95 price tag, which means you're paying, what, £12.50-ish for each strand. Now think, I'm going to go back to the neckline. I'm going back to the neckline. I want you to see this in a boutique jeweller's at £12.50. I mean, just to be clear, that was me just being a little bit cynical, because there is nowhere, and I'm not exaggerating, nowhere that I know of that would put freshwater, natural freshwater pearls to a £12.50 price tag that look this good, this good. They're not plastics, they're not synthetics. This is the real deal. That's £12. Oh, by the way, that's not £12.50 because we haven't actually dropped on the price yet. We're going even lower. That means you get the necklace. Look at this, £10 for this look. That's £10. Absolutely spectacular quality. A luxury guaranteed item there to then match it alongside. Perhaps you're going to do 2 nice bracelets. Perhaps you're going to do some earrings. The choice is yours how you want to match alongside the neckwear. Or alternatively, you know, I'm obviously giving you one option. I'm all hell bent on creating that neckline look and then my matching. But that's what I've got a passion to create. But in reality, you might be in such a different thought process. Your mind might be going, actually, I'm going to make a nice pearl brooch, or perhaps actually I'm going to do some nice cluster pearl rings. You've got so much facility thanks to the button shape of these, haven't you?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, these make fantastic little cufflinks as well for ladies, you know, like ladies' cufflinks.
Oh, that's a nice idea. The button,
with the head pins
of course,
that we
I was going to say with the
earlier
head
on,
pins, that would have been perfect. And of course, at this price tag, at £19.95, what I want to remind you is that if you don't know how to make certain jewellery, well, actually, within our welcome pack, you've got the chance to be able to make, look, 1, 2, 3. Actually, you really could make all of these. Now, this is part of the welcome pack. There it is, full of goodies, including tools and step-by-step instructions. But these are the project cards, and I'm just going to quickly show you them because I want you to think, from this one deal at £19.95, you could be making this luxury necklace. We could have certainly the design styles, as we've just shown you. Look, you've got step-by-step instruction. You wouldn't have to add in the breakers there. You could obviously just do a nice, sleek pearl design. But these are step-by-step instructions for wristwear. You could do that with this design. You've got there the step-by-step instructions, so you know exactly how to get started. And then a classic pair of earrings. So that is literally from your project cards that come free of charge with your welcome pack. That is 3 luxury items of jewellery for £19.95. Spectacular. And the thing is, if we go back to the idea of what £19.95 is, £19.95 is not a necklace piece of jewellery in your local jeweller shop. It's not.
No,
it just isn't. You know, you don't go into your jeweller's shop, Bond Street, local high street, you don't go in with £20 and expect to walk out with natural freshwater pearl necklace. You know, you just don't. You know, we would love to, but I don't think that. I went to a department shop last Christmas and I saw a plastic pearl bracelet in a department shop, and that price tag was more than what you're getting here for freshwater pearls in 2 strands, which could make a whole suite of jewellery. And that's where I think sometimes we get the glitch. That's where people, especially if you're watching for the first time, you go, well, therefore it can't be real. It can't be that. The deal's too good and it's got to be a compromise somewhere. It's just not the case. It's just that pearls have got a real elevated quality in terms of pricing into jewellers. Jewellers can sell them for a lot of money, so they do. You know, they just make that choice, and it's up to us how we price it. We could price to what the jewellers would do, or we price it to give you these kind of deals. And obviously, for those of you who know Jewellery Maker well enough, for the last 7 or 8 years now, our absolute focus is on giving you the very best pricing that we can, and being very open and honest, you know, having a transparency to our pricing, saying to you, look, if we're getting a great deal, you get a great deal. If we've had to pay more for a strand, then you're going to have to pay more. But we're very open about that, and I think actually that's what makes us so popular, is because there is that transparency to our pricing. £19.95. Now, I'm just going to quickly show you, because a couple of people have messaged me in about the box that I had these pearls in. So I'm just going to show you it, actually. I'm just going to see if I can, because if you wanted to, you could make a beautiful pearl necklace. It'd be great. My mum's birthday coming up this next month. I'm just thinking that would be a lovely pearl bracelet, wouldn't it? Pearl presentation box. I know, but that would be lovely.
It's the presentation. I suppose it's like eating. You eat with your eyes, don't you? So
Totally.
obviously, when you're receiving a gift or something, you get a box like that. You
know it's going to be
you
special.
know it's going to be something fantastic inside.
I remember years ago, my husband was seriously ill with pneumonia for a long time, and he took a very long time to get well. It took almost a year, and at the end of it, it was almost like, you know, you're coming out the end of the tunnel. For those of you who've been poorly or have cared for somebody who's been poorly, you know, there's a dark part, isn't there? And you don't know whether you're going to see the light, but you hope there's a light, and then you get closer to the light, and then you just come out of the light, and it feels a bit easier to breathe. And we just got to that point where we all could breathe a little bit easier, that we'd got the end of the tunnel. And my husband presented me with a gift. And he didn't need to, but it was kind of gratitude of, you know, the journey that we'd been on together. And it was a beautiful watch, right? Well, I opened the box, and as I opened the box, there was another box. And then when I opened that box, there was another box. And you know when you go, presentation makes all the difference, because actually it could have been nothing inside, and I'd been way excited because the boxes were so nice. I mean, obviously the watch was lovely that he bought me, but I was very happy with the boxes. And presentation can make the difference, can't it? It really can. So if you do want to give a presentation box that perhaps elevates your jewellery, perhaps with the deserved elevation that you've put your work into it, you've put your craftsmanship, you want to present it. My Auntie Chris, she always says presentation is 2/3 of everything. I like that. Because actually, the way you present it is already going to give the esteem of what's inside the box. What's inside the box? Oh, £3.95 is all you pay for our lovely presentation box. I'll just quickly show you, it's velvety finished as well, with velvet with this nice quality. And I like a good click. Right, we've got, and we did promise this, so I will quickly nip them in before we head over to the lovely Katie. We've got magnetic clasps. Now, if you've never used a magnetic clasp, you may, and please, you might not, but you may overlook them and think that they are a fad. For me, it's the exact opposite. They are a light bulb moment. I reckon whoever invented the magnetic clasp needs a really, really big kiss, because they change how I wear my jewellery. Because there are times where my husband is away and I can't do the clasp on my wrist, or I'm struggling with the clasp on my neckline, so I give up and my chain or my jewellery doesn't get worn. When you've got a magnetic clasp, it literally is one click, and that's where it is, and that's where the jewellery stays. And I think that's, for those of you who've not tried magnetic clasps, the easiness of wearing your jewellery that you've created is transformed with a magnetic clasp. It really is that, even if you've not tried it, just buy one and you'll understand why, then you'll come back and buy 10. Most people who buy a magnetic clasp multi-purchase by the 5s. So I will tell you that the quantity that we've got will just disappear. It is first come, first served, especially when we're doing the rose gold finish first. This is your rose gold finish that you have here. So it's rose gold plated, and it's your sterling silver. So it is sterling silver sold with your magnetic clasp. Lovely solid magnetic clasp. Perfect for the pearls that you've got there earlier on. £4.95. Imagine, that's a nice size for those pearls as well, isn't it?
Yeah, perfect.
You wouldn't want anything smaller from the magnetic clasp, because you'd feel it would be, you know, it would just almost be lost inside the size of the pearl. So absolutely fabulous opportunity. There we go again, loads of people multi-purchase on this deal. Very nice to have your company this evening. Hoping that I'm finding you well, making sure that you join us on the phone lines. Pick up the phone and join us on the web, or alternatively you can join us on the phone lines, which is a free phone number, as quick as you can. And of course, don't forget, we've got an app as well. So if you do want to get in touch with us, and you do want to purchase while you're out and about, just make sure you create your very own Jewellery Maker app. You don't create a Jewellery Maker app, do you? You download
it.
That's it. Me and me technology speak there. Oh, I'm just nailing it tonight with my technology terms. £4.95. I haven't got a clue what I'm talking about. Honestly, the bairns, my kids know more than I do. I mean, literally, the 2-year-old now, she knows how to swipe, she knows how... I've not taught her. Well, I know how to swipe. Yeah, I swipe across my husband's head when he hasn't done the washing. That's what I do. £4. No. Listen, and then I pull my stockings up, and then I get my broom out and I clean my doorstep. I made myself sound like Nora Batty there, didn't I? I give him a clip and then I go and clean my step. That was me Nana. Me Nana used to do that. You all right, Nana? Yes, I'm just going out to clean the step. Clean the step. Literally used to clean her step every other day. And if you didn't clean your step, then you were, there was something wrong. Oh, Doris has not cleaned her step. Oh, what's going on? Amazing, isn't it? Me. See, the thing is that I don't have a step to clean. That's my bother.
Oh, I haven't either, actually, no.
Good job, good job. Right, shall we do a matching price for the yellow gold option? Now that rose gold one, absolutely flying out, so stay on the lines for that. Don't hang up, because if you hang up you miss out. Keep a phone in your hand, your call will be answered. I'm going to show you the yellow gold alongside the smaller of the pearls. If you didn't get the pearls, Scott, have we got any of the pearls left? Okay, bottom of the screen we'll put the pearls. So if you do want the double strands of pearls for under £20, that means this strand here, the smaller pearls, they were £10. And you want to finish it off with your gorgeous gold-plated sterling silver magnetic clasp. If you want this look, it's going to cost you less than £15. I mean, that's an almighty low price tag. Come on, computer, it's not £8.95. Yay! See? Computer's having a real rebellion, isn't it? Computer is rebelling tonight. It's the manager's prices, you see. Manager's prices right now. If you do want to get both, one postage and packaging for the whole day with us. So if you've already bought from us today, perhaps you joined the lovely Elle earlier on or Becky earlier on, the good news is you paid your P&P, now you're adding. If you haven't bought so far and this is your first time, good news is you only make one postage and packing for the whole day. That goes through till midnight tonight, that you can add as many times as you like. Now we're live until 10, but then we go onto a repeat of the show. So you've still got until midnight tonight to maximise on that postage and packing opportunity. So you can add as many times as you like. I got a bit stung, mind. Went on one of those very well-known websites and I multi-purchased different things from different places. Didn't check the postage and packing on all of them. Do you want to know how much? This and I'm still reeling from it. I didn't tell the husband for about 3 weeks because I was so upset with myself, but I have told him now, which is why I can tell you, right? I bought 10 yellow paper cups for my son's Lego party. Oh, I'm not allowed to say that, but very well-known brick party, right? So I bought 10 yellow cups so I could do little men heads.
Oh,
right?
right. Yeah,
I did little faces on them. And I know how much those cups cost me in the end. £29 and a penny. £29 and 1 pence.
Wow.
Because, well, they were, don't even go there. I obviously didn't check the post and packaging. The post and packaging was £26 for 10 cups. 10 little cups that came. And I have sent an email. I've sent an email going, surely this isn't right. But they've said it is right. And then I keep going, but it can't be right. Well, then what do you do? What do? You can't get back to them. You can't knock on the door, can you? Because they don't have a door to knock on. So they're on... Do you know what I mean? But they don't, do they? They're online. I'm moving my chair. Now, I showed you earlier on Katie's amazing craftsmanship. I have to say, the jewellery that you're about to see will have you instantly wanting this kit. I know I am really clear that I think that this is wow factor jewellery, and this is jewellery that makes you like, it's jewellery, it's accessories, and it's striking, and it's talking point jewellery. And I think in some ways, sometimes it's really nice to go for the classics, those pearls, classics. Yeah. But actually, sometimes it's nice to take a moment to just go, right, actually, signature jewellery, showstopper, something that makes people go, wow. Yeah. And that is wow factor for me. You've done an amazing job. I absolutely love it. And the quality of this combination of ingredients to create the quality of the, you have to have good ingredients to then have some good results. This is that combination. You've got a magnificent combination of Swarovski here.
Absolutely. I had such fun with this.
I bet you did.
I did.
Well, you can see the joy that's come from your jewellery. You can absolutely see where you've got so much going on, but so much detail has gone into there. I can see you've had a moment of inspiration with every single piece.
Yeah.
I really get that. And what's amazing is that I can kind of, when I look at this bundle, and it's a mega bundle of Swarovski, I totally get where the inspiration is. It's breathtaking, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's absolutely amazing. And now, I don't know whether if I hold them up, whether they'll all just fall out. Ah, look, we don't even need that. We don't need me to stand on the edge and, you know, tip them over. We'll have a close-up like that. You can see for yourself. This really is an amazing... I love the name of the bundle, the Asteroid Belt. A huge selection of Swarovski sewn on stones. Now then, that's a bit of a tongue-tie one, isn't it? Selection of Swarovski sewn on stones. I have a feeling that somebody went, who's presenting? Oh, it's Vicki. Let's do a selection of Swarovski sew-on stones. I think this is probably one of the most delightful selections at one of the most fabulous prices. There's so much potential because they're double drilled as well, aren't they?
Yeah.
So many of them have got the double drill. Now, if I just show you, and the reason that they're classified as sew-on is because they're not just drilled at the top. Now, sometimes these are not drilled at all, so they just become a cabochon that you web in or you can create a prong setting for. But these are drilled at the top and at the bottom, which anybody who's doing perhaps things like this kind of design, and you want to add an embellishment, you can actually sew these on to the top, can't you? Vicki, do that, see if I can show you it. Probably can't, but can you see that? You can actually sew them on because they have the top and the bottom drill hole. It just makes life easy. I mean, if you want to go for broke, you could go for one of that size if you wanted to, you know, signature. And if I just drop that one forward, you can see where the drill holes are again. Fingers and thumbs tonight. There you go. Can you see the two drill holes? So you've got so much more liberty. Now, even if you don't want to sew them on, and if you were just wanting to perhaps set a piece of jewellery and you wanted to have the guarantee that the cabochon wasn't going to fall out or the centre stone, those drill holes are just going to give you that guarantee that you can hold and lock them into place, can't they?
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, you don't even have to sew them on. I haven't. I've just used jewellery glue with mine. So,
have you?
Yeah, because I didn't want to add in stitching to this, so I wanted to sort of appeal to people who aren't necessarily keen on using a needle and thread.
That's a good idea.
You can just...
So on all of these, did you not sew? Did you sew? Did you use any of them?
The only things that I've sewn are actually the ribbon and things like that, but that's in the next kit. That everything else is glued on.
Well, that makes it even easier, doesn't it? And what glue are you using?
Well, for the Rivolis and the eyes on the alien head there that I've got, I used the hyper cement that we have.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
So.
This is a spectacular combination because to top it off, look at all of these. I'm going to put them in my hand.
Do you want to use a picky-uppy tool?
Oh, thank you. Like that. Yay. Take a look at this. Now, this is just a tiny proportion of what you're going to get. I mean, it's just literally a tiny proportion of how many you're getting. If I just go down here, can you see? Look, if I pick up the whole pile, look, I can't even pick them all up. There's so many of them. You're getting an abundance, an absolute abundance of your Swarovski rounds. Now, the thing is that you say Swarovski and you're instantly in that high elevation of branded grounds, aren't you? You know, we all know that Swarovski is a very prized, very well known and admired brand. And so when you're, and I know because I know the price tag on this, when you're looking at this amount, and there is a lot of Swarovski here, and I mean, probably 2 or 3 times the quantity that I think you should get for the price you're actually going to pay, the actual deal that we're going to do is absolutely spectacular because the price tag you should be paying, and this is priced for us, obviously at $49.95. I'm not suggesting that you'd get it from us other places at $49.95. I'm saying in our bubble here at JM, we would charge you $49.95 for this bundle. However, the price you're actually going to pay to the penny, as low as we can go. And I mean, literally, that is squeezing to the penny. You can see that there. absolutely incredible deal. £27.70. Now, if anybody knows us well enough, we never ever normally go to the penny pricing. We normally go to 95, but this is just, I mean, this is us genuinely squeezing as low as we can go. This is us pushing our own boundaries as low as we can to the penny pricing. I mean, that's more like a sale price than anything else, isn't it? £27.70 is all you pay. And if I start to put that into, I mean, we're putting how much into your pocket there? I mean, we were at £49.95, weren't we? And we just put down to 30, 49, 19, 20, 21, 22. £22.25, is it? Get in. Cool. That was good maths, wasn't it? £22.25. Did you see how quick I did that?
Yeah.
Not even, no calculator. Yeah. Magic. Or it might have been the boys telling me in my ear. 25. That's a lot of money. That's not just like, that's not a small amount of money. That's a good crinkling cash amount of money, isn't it? £22 back into your pocket. Now that's based on our pricing. So £49.95 would be our price that you'd get this bundle for. So it's not like we're suggesting that's the price point that you would get it elsewhere. You know, I'd love you to find out the price tag of a piece that perhaps in Swarovski's terms would sit as a majestic icon to a piece of jewellery with this kind of beauty. You know, because that would be a focal point, you know, especially on the likes of bridal jewellery and bridal costumery. You would guarantee that would be a showstopper, and it would probably be a very considered price tag. So when you've got that single stone, I think, you know, there'd be places that would probably push you to paying £25 for just that one piece. They're genuinely, you know, do some research, you'll see what I mean. This is a real status of opportunity from our point of view, and this is probably as close to trade pricing I've ever done on Swarovski. This is, for me, trade price Swarovski, and I don't think I've ever said that before, but that's literally because we've gone to the penny as low as we can go on this deal. That is trade pricing for me at £27.70, a fantastic deal. Now obviously, if you want to create some of the most magnificent jewellery as well as accessories that you can see that we have here that Katie's made, good news is that we're going to give you the ribbon as well. We're going to give you also the backing as well. So we're going to do this as almost an uplift. So if you wanted to do any of the additional designs with perhaps some of the more material or textured based designs of the jewellery, this is what you need. If you just want the trade deal on the Swarovski, then fair dues. But if you want more than just that, and this goes a long way and it looks spectacular. I mean, literally, when Katie brought them in, I'm just enchanted. I think this is awesome. I love the fact that you've done so much variety. You've done a sash, you've done a neckline, you've done a, you know, detail, you've got style, you've got quirky. I love it. You've gone to town. But I guess in some ways the ingredients, like this ribbon, have really given you that leverage, haven't they?
Absolutely. I mean, the name of the kit, the Astro Belt, that's where the sort of the sash came in, you see. So I was like, well, I've got to make a belt, haven't I?
You took it literally.
Yeah.
I like that. What do I need to do here? I'll make a belt. Right, you've got here two different variants of your ribbon. Nice wide ribbon as well. So your combination here, 20 metres of each. Is it 20 metres of each?
Yeah.
When you buy ribbon, and I know this because I used to work on a material and ribbon shop, right?
Yeah, so did I.
Half a metre or a metre.
Yeah.
And you used to sell more half a metres than you ever sold metres. Agreed?
Yeah, agreed.
Are you the same?
Yeah, I'm the same.
And I know that because I'll show you how I know, because my auntie, so my mum's best friend Rita, and hello Rita, she'll know if she'll be like, I believe you talked about us on television. If you ever want to know what Rita looks like, she's in Billy Elliot. Just name drop that one in. Oink. She plays one of the ladies who sits by the fire as he runs through. Genuinely. She was fabulous. She just played the role beautifully. She then went and washed the step. You've got what we used to do, half a metre And is this how you used to do it? Half a metre and a metre. So when you used to work on like the material stores, because you didn't have time to have the measure in here, you had to do it on your arm. And so I had to do but you never did 20. Nobody would come along and give us 20 metres of ribbon and then suggest a price tag like we're about to do. Half a metre of this kind of, I can't.
Or if they do, it's usually like 5 to 5 before you're about to close.
Isn't it? Yeah, exactly. You're like that.
Just take
welcome.
the reel.
Thanks very much. You've got 20 metres. That's a metre. That's a lot. It is a lot of metres, boys. Thank you. That's a lot of metres. Love the colour.
Yeah.
The colour is stunning. It's really rich. It's a luxury. Then on top of that, if I just show you the black gloss, it looks fabulous against it. Now you've got both of this nice, lovely combination that you have there. So that's 20 metres of each. The width of these, guys, does it say the width of the ribbon? 50 mil. 5 cent. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I'd say 5 centimetres. I'd be happy with that. Yeah, 50 mil on width. Yeah, I'm going to say it's 50 mil because it looks kind of sitting around that way. Then I like how we've got. Let me just check. 1, 2. Yes, my fingers are metric on that. You also have your ultra suede. The ultra suede is fab from us.
Absolutely fantastic. Our colours that we've been doing recently are out of this world.
Literally out of this world.
What? That's for one of those.
Exactly right.
Yeah.
So did you used to work in
a haberdashery?
Haberdashery.
Yes,
See,
I did.
we were just material and ribbon, and sometimes the odd button.
Yeah, I know.
I know the price tag of what we would do for this kind of. I can't get over that. Now, if you know your pricing on anything like this, you will whip this one. You will not let that one sit. I mean, even if you're thinking, but I don't need ribbon at the moment, Vix, you need ribbon in your life if it's priced like this, because all you'll know is, and say when you do need it, you will not be getting it at this price tag. You genuinely have got to know that is not your average price. 20 metres, if I was doing one of those for 20 metres, if I was just doing that, and I was doing the ultra suede and the 20 metres, I'd say, and the colouring is just stunning together. I love how well they blend together. That is fabulous. The ultra suede looks darker, doesn't it? Let me hold it up a little bit. Can you see it? Right, can I just say to you, for those of you who are wondering, the ultra suede's exactly the same colour as now it is like for like colouring. That's strange, isn't it, that the screen's showing it as darker. I'm just going to be really, really clear because I need to say this so that everybody who's watching can guarantee this when they get it home. The green of the ribbon it's exactly the same as the green of the ultra suede. It's just that apparently our cameras they react better to the glossy colour than they do to the matte colour. Apparently that's just how the cameras are. So yeah, they're exactly the same shade of colour really. I mean perhaps a touch deeper on the suede, but by a tiny percentage. They look amazing. Brucey, if we show the ribbon on the side of the belt, can you see the distinction of colour against the suede there, the ultra suede? No, you can't, can you? It's just the way it's working. Yeah, it's just the way it's working. All right, well, it is exactly the same then. At least you know that, don't you? And we've got Sue in London. She's just said, oh, wow, capital letters. What a collection of makes, Katie. Love capital letters, them all. And then we've got Sue in London says, such cool makes, never seen anything like it on JM before. No, I haven't either. That's why I got really excited. And then we've got Christine in Cumbria. She says, my mouth is watering at that kit. And wow, capital letters, Kate, your makes are out of this world. Very on point today, thank you. Love the ring and planet, great for fascinators. Yes, you know, I was thinking if you're going to the races and you wanted to get some kind of, you know, one of those type of like...
Yes. Well, actually, funny you should say that because the brooch there that I have made, you can take the bits off the bottom, and from my stash, the finding that I've got has got a clip on the back, so you can have it either as a brooch or as a hairband, you know, and put it onto a hairband or something
just
like
on
that.
form today, aren't you? Like just top trumped yourself. Amazing. I have to say it, if this hangs around, if this doesn't sell out, then honestly, I don't know what it will. I've not known a price tag like this for that amount of ribbon before. And I genuinely,
Yeah. I mean, even if you're buying it for your Christmas presents, I said the word, but, you know, to wrap up your...
Yeah, but you
that's
just...
the perfect colour.
20 metres of that kind of thick ribbon. I mean, you can spend 75 to £1 on half a metre.
I have had this ribbon before, and I sewed it together and made a little ballet pump bag for little girls. I had like a pink and a baby pink and a baby blue colour, and did them
So
together.
do you like sewing then? Is that part of your crafting?
I do a little bit of everything.
Everything?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just sort of mixed media. I love.
How did you get started into jewellery making?
It's a jewellery maker. Oh, my sister dragged me in, actually. She wanted me to make some macrame bracelets, and I'd never macrameed before, so she showed me how to do it, put JM on in the background, and she was doing it for a school fair, and she said, I need 20 of them. There's the stuff.
And that's how you got started?
Yeah, because I have every other craft in.
So did you start with us then? Is that how you had us in the back? I didn't know that.
Yeah. So...
Oh my gosh, look at your journey. And now look at what you're doing.
Yeah.
So I didn't know this. I didn't realise that you'd started jewellery making.
I came on the Sunday experience as well when we were back over in the other building there, so... Yeah.
But I didn't I mean, when you see what you're doing now, to the journey that you've been on, that's epic. Oh, God, I'd be so proud if I was you.
That was only, what, 5 years ago?
Yeah, I'd be incredibly proud if I was you, because that's an
thank
amazing journty.
thank
To
you
say
so
that you're
much.
getting started like 5 years ago to then the resulting jewellery, that's awesome.
Thank you.
Like top awesomeness. That's quite inspiring though, isn't it? That makes you go, ooh, actually, I shall. Right, so what are we shelling?
Right then, so I'm going to show you how to sort of get together and make the planet brooch that we've got there.
Brilliant.
So and I'll talk through any other bits and pieces if you want me to talk through that. Now I've created a bit of a stencil here. Now I've literally just drawn out a planet and then gone through and made some holes just so then we can pinpoint where we want to place our hot fix.
Okay.
And then I've used a dressmaking pencil, or you can use just a marker, like a black marker, permanent marker. And I'm just going around the outside of the design there. So I would just pop just little holes, just little dots there, because you're not going to see these once you've popped your hot fix crystals on. So I'm just going to go around the outside, and I have gone ahead and done that, but I don't know if the camera probably, it probably won't pick that up. Let's have a look. No, I don't think you're going to be able to see that.
We'll try it.
But
drop it forward and we'll just see if you can see it. We might be able to see it, but either way, you're using something to... Yes, you can see it there.
Yeah, there you go. So you can see I've plotted out.
Looks like a constellation of the stars, doesn't it? And I guess in some ways you could do whatever stencil you wanted to. You could do an asteroid belt. You could do... So you could... This is just taking that inspiration.
You could do stars. You could do any sort of design that you wanted to.
Brilliant.
So if you could do letters if you wanted to personalise something. So say you wanted to make with the suede a book cover or something for a notebook, you could hot fix...
Nice.
The initial of their name on the front there.
Yeah, lovely.
So we've now plotted out what we're going to stick down. Now I have already gone ahead and stuck some of these on, and then I've placed, if I move these ones out of the way here, just going to move these ones all off.
The Swarovski just comes to life against this, the ultra suede, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And as I say, I have literally just glued this one on. So if you wanted to sew it on, then you can do. And with our second kit that we've got coming up later, you could actually use the seed beads if you wanted to capture that and make it a little bit more of an in-depth design.
Yes.
So I've now got my pick-me-up tool that we just saw earlier. Now I think we did have some... Oh, I can't remember what it's called. It's a jelly that... Embelly jelly, that's it. Now, I'm not sure if we've got any on the website, but if we haven't got any of that, then you can use that, or you can actually just use... no, it's gone.
Cocktail stick?
Yes. Or something, if you've got something that's not too sticky, just to kind of pick it up. You know, you get free gifts in magazines, and there's that gluey bit on the back.
Oh,
You
yes.
could probably put that on the end of a cocktail stick and use that if, if we haven't got the embelly jelly. So I'm literally just going to pick up the hot fix and just place them down. So if I just place that down there, and then what I will do is, because I'm not sure how, I don't want to burn the, I just pop that piece of card on there. And then this is my hot fix tool, because every time I go to get one from here, it's sold out. So I haven't got one yet. So this is my hot fix tool, but I know that they did have it on Saturday, I think, on the mid-show, and it sold out then. So I was at work, so I couldn't get it that day. So literally, this is very hot on the end of the tool, so you don't want to be touching that. And so this is what's going to create the adhesion, because there is like a glue on the back end of here.
Right.
So we're literally just going to pop our tool on and just leave it on for, I usually leave it on for about 10 seconds. And then if we just pull that off there.
No way.
Yep, and then that's just stuck on there. And if I do that
so
one.
cool.
And then we'll do this one. And then there you go. Would you like to have a go?
Yeah, I really do.
I could tell.
I
Just don't burn yourself.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Just
Wow.
wherever you want to.
Right, so we put one
There's
on.
a loose one there.
Should we put that one there? Where do you want it? There? There?
Yeah.
All right then. Are we recording this for some kind of blooper program? How long?
Just
Here.
5-10
7,
seconds.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
There you go.
That's so cool. Bruce, do you want to go? Do you want to go, Bruce? Oh, that is so cool. That is so clever. Man, that just makes life so easy, doesn't it?
So, I mean, you can decorate anything you want to. You could do shoes, which I think Katie Parker did on the weekend. I know people decorate wine glasses, all sorts of things. So you could do anything for weddings or anything like that. So once you get your hot fix tool, you are going to want to hot fix everything.
Does it have to be against the ultraside then?
No, you could do it against anything. So you could hot fix your tools if you wanted to, pop crystals on your tools. Wood, anything, absolutely anything.
Now, obviously, I wasn't watching on Saturday, so I'm like, this is just a revelation to me. So the tool is sold out, did we? Oh, just to let you know, we had a couple and it's just sold out. Apparently we have got another stock coming our way. Yes, we're coming our way. That's awesome.
But yeah, you could hot fix anything.
Yeah, that
Picture
is brilliant.
frames.
Okay,
anything.
I'm on that one. I am definitely on that one.
So if you've got like the deep set frames that you can buy in any of the shops that you could get, you can.
Do you put it on the ribbon? Have you put it on the
You
ribbon?
can put it on the ribbon if you wanted to.
Is that what you've done there then, on your necklace?
Yes, on the necklace there. Yeah, I've popped it on the ribbon.
Take a look at that. See, I was wondering how you'd done that, because I was thinking, well, obviously some of the larger ones are drilled, thinking that
The sew-on ones, yeah, they don't have the adhesive on the back, but all of the flat back hot fix ones, basically the ones without the holes
have got
an adhesive on the back, and they are hot fix.
And that's purely on these stones, on Swarovski, only on these.
So you know when you watch it Strictly and they've got all of this is how they add them on.
And they don't sew them on? I thought they sewed them on.
No, that's how they could get like 6,000. Oh, so sorry.
Burst me bubble. I was thinking, God, their fingers. I genuinely thought that everybody sewed.
Some of them are sewed, like the bigger ones.
Did you think that, Bruce?
But
yeah.
like all of these little ones, when they have,
Wow. That's it. Just carry on for the rest of the evening. You have a lovely night, and I'll just happily just. Okay, apparently we do have some of the embelly jelly available that we've just been talking about. So that creates like a stick, doesn't it?
Yes.
So then the embelly jelly is brilliant because essentially, if you're wanting to pick something up like this and it gets a bit fiddly, especially if you have dexterity issues, you know, a couple of my aunties have got, and yes, I was going to say it just helps to do that little stick, but it's not sticky as in like glue. It's just got a little bit of a lift to it, which means that you can lift.
It's like a repositionable type.
Nice.
Adhesion.
We need to come up with a really posh way of putting it. A repositional substance. Yeah. Let's just call it embelly jelly. £6.95. So if you do want the embelly jelly toolkit, then it's available for you now. I'll just carry on with this for a moment while you pick up the phones. Right. Congratulations, if you're joining us on the web, you can do so at JewelleryMaker.com. As I say, it's a free phone number that you dial to get through to us, and we'll process your call as fast as we possibly can. On these kind of deals, it's first come, first served, and obviously a bit like the, you know, things like this one, the tools and these kind of kits, they come in, then they come out. But we'll always try and restock. We'll always do our best to get hold of, if we've sold something out, you know that we'll do our best to get hold of it as fast as we possibly can, to give you the chance if you did miss out the first, second or third time maybe.
Yeah.
But that just goes to show how popular it is. That just goes to show how successful it is at what it does.
Yeah. It's like the cutters for the metal sheet. I always miss out on them as well.
So do you want to see my handiwork?
Yeah,
Can I pass
that's
that to
fabulous.
you? Look at that. Yeah. Look what I did. Mama, look at what I did. That's so cool.
Yeah.
Really impressed by that.
It's just as easy as that.
I mean, obviously, I've messed up your pattern altogether. I haven't followed it at all. Just went on my merry way there, just putting them on.
No, that's all right. And then you would, after that...
Oh, yes, we need to carry on with the technique. Totally lost it there. I was so happy with me little...
Actually, you could... I know, I don't know. I'd like to try this at some point. But these button pearls that you get, you could pop one of these on the top. Do something like that, maybe.
Somebody's going to do that at home now and tell us whether it works or not, are they? There'll either be a positive or a real anger of, I can't believe you made me do that. Right, so what are we doing?
So now then, at home, I did actually, when I cut out my planet, I used a craft knife, and I've actually got what they call a self-healing mat. And it's, I think we've got them actually in the workshop. It's just literally just like a green, just like a green mat. And when you cut, use your scissors, it'll just sort of self-heal. But I didn't want to do that on here because obviously that's gonna cut that. But because in past pieces that I've made, I've sewn on seed beads and things, you've got to be very careful where you cut, because if you're cutting around the front, you could cut through your stitches. Yes. So usually I flip it over and cut from the back. Yeah. But with this, because there's no stitching, you can just go straight in with your scissors and cut, you know, cut round the edges there. And then I've used just some of our backing sheets that we have, the black A4 backing foam, just to stiffen it up a little bit, and then popped on my...
And how did you get the... Did you do holes in to get the drills on, or what did you... How did you get the...
I'll take that off and then I can
the
show
jump
you.
rings on, etc.
There we go. So just on the back, just up here, I just literally used my awl from my...
oh yes, from your toolkit.
From the toolkit, and then just popped in the holes on the backing sheet, not actually on this suedette, and then the ultra suede, I mean, and then I popped in these pieces here, and then you can take these out if you wanted to, and then you can use this bit to pop in your hair.
Off your hair.
So then that then just sits.
That's great. And I've got a quick question about the ribbon on the neckline.
Yeah.
I'm sure a lot of people will ask, how have you done the form of the triangles?
Yeah,
or how do we quickly do that?
Just yeah, I'll show you.
Thanks. Just so that, because I think that's such a defining shape for the ribbon to be successful at. I just think that's probably something that people will want to know.
So I've taken probably about 1 inch. Now I'll just seal the edges quickly with this. This is just a nice long, You've got to be very careful, but that just prevents it from fraying. And I know that we did, I think the other day, have a non-fray fray block, that's the one. So now I've just literally cut about an inch of the ribbon.
Yeah.
And then all I did was fold on one side, fold onto the other side, and then actually with my sewing machine, although you don't have to, you could actually use the heat to glue these two pieces together. I just sewed down on the sewing machine and then added in my next triangle on top of each.
Talk to somebody who doesn't, like me. I don't have a sewing machine.
Yep.
Can I tack it? Can I do, because I can hand tack.
Or you can grab our heat. It's like making the kanzashi flowers. Glue those bits together and then bring that down there, and you can have it that way.
Yeah, that's what I need.
Okay, so because it's a synthetic, because it's a satin effect, it's a synthetic fibre, it will melt.
Okay.
So anything, if you were going to do this with silk, you would be able to do this with the shibori ribbon, for example, because that's a natural fibre.
Yes.
So anything that's not a natural fibre, you will be able to do this with.
Okay, but if it was, or we didn't want to use the melting process, you could hand sew it if you don't want to machine it.
Yeah, because you could even just put some seed beads down to cover your, you know, so you could use the seed beads in the other kit there that we're coming. Yeah.
Yeah, we have got some gorgeous seed beads coming up in the next kit. That would be a great idea.
So that's, you know,
simple as that with that shape. It looks so much more complicated when you see it like that, though.
Somebody did ask me when I popped it on my Facebook page whether it was leather, because it actually did look like leather when I'd taken the photograph. But so if you had leather, you could do it with leather as well. So
yeah, there's lots of potential, isn't there? Lots of potential. If you do want to join us and you do want to get your double-faced satin ribbon and suede, ultra suede, then you can do so. £14.95. I think it's probably one of the best deals I've seen of this. Congratulations if you got that one. And of course, you've got the Swarovski information. That's your biggest, I would call it a trade bundle of Swarovski. And I don't think I've ever done a trade deal on Swarovski, but we went to the penny as low as we can go on that deal, and that was an amazing saving of over £22 that we put back into your pocket. So worth getting both of those, especially with the resulting jewellery there. Now then, Katie, hang on a minute. If I offered you this amount of pearls, I want you to tell me the first 5 pieces of jewellery you're going to make. Because let's face it, you're not going to make one piece of jewellery. How many pieces of jewellery are you going to make? Probably 20. So I want you to tell me the first 5 that come into your mind.
The first 5, well, I'd make a bracelet, necklace, earrings. I would probably sew some onto my jeans, and I would probably make a tiara.
Just like that. See, she's just like that. I'm going to do this, going to do that. The thing with pearls is that they're boundless. The thing with pearls is, especially with a strand like this, when you've got so many, the reality is that there's no wrong or right answer to what you're going to make. But actually, if you end up making something, you can then make something different, and then you can make something different. You have got so much potential here. You've got over 1.5 meters.
Are they knotted in between?
Oh, sorry. Yes, they are.
Oh, well, there you go then. You just have a nice long necklace.
They are knotted, aren't they?
They are knotted.
Now, normally people charge per knot when they knot pearls.
Yeah, they're knotted.
I think that most people who do pearl knotting would charge £24.95 just for the knots, let alone for the pearls. I mean, they'd actually charge you, they charge per knot. So if you wanted a necklace re-knotting, they would charge you for how many knots they wouldn't. £24.95, you're getting the knotting and you're getting the pearls. An amazing chance. And actually, if I just show you the length of these as a double drop.
Yeah, nice.
That's a lovely look, isn't it? That does look very good indeed, doesn't it? And actually, in some ways, the indulgence is that you don't break it up. That you could actually, if you wanted to, you could make something. I tell you what we used to have. I don't know whether we still got them. Remember the little clasp blocks, the larger clasp
yes,
blocks. So you could do this, watch, you could do this, make it into a necklace.
Yeah.
And
That's
look,
the
that goes all the way around to the back of my
yeah.
neck. Can you see it? Sits there.
Yeah.
So, look at that.
That's the perfect holiday piece. You can
Isn't
have
it?
it long, you could double it up, you could do what you've just done. That's fantastic.
Wristwear. I mean, come on, you could do
Are
it
you
as
going on a cruise? Get one of these. You've got several looks.
And if you're not going on a cruise, book a cruise just because you got these. Do you know what I mean? I think we've just given you the chance to go on holiday then.
Yeah.
Yes, that's nice of us, isn't it? The thing is that there really is that significance of wearability, where you could do so much with this one strand, and it is a lot. It's over 1.5 meters, so we are talking about a significant amount of pearls, and there is so much potential. And that's the nice thing. It's potential. It's not that you have to make a necklace or you have to make this. You could do whatever you want, and you've got the freedom to do it so many times over, simply because the price tag is so impressive. £24.95 is all you pay. These are your pearl nuggets. I like nuggets because they almost sit within that baroque status of almost unremakeable. And what I mean by that is a lot of the gem world at the moment, especially the pearl industry, are looking for more of the natural shapes. They're not, well, obviously it's classic traditional pearls in a perfect round command a very high price tag.
Yeah.
However, baroque style, or these kind of pearls where they can't be recreated because they're so original and they're unique in shape, are actually also commanding a significant price tag because you can't remake them.
Yeah.
Because with a round, well, pearl farmers have started to create a formula that means that round pearls can be remade.
Yeah.
Whereas these, I mean, how do you recreate something that's different every time it comes, comes from the mollusk? You can't. And that's what makes it special. They are totally individual. I love those as a classic pair of drop necklaces or torsades, etc. Oh, hang on a minute. I've got to quickly tell you, because I know, hang on, sorry, this is a very awkward, that was a bit of an awkward moment, wasn't it? You definitely saw how thick the makeup was there, didn't I? So let's just see that. Saw how big the bags are under the eyes. I just want to show you this. Coming up after the break, you've got here 5 packs of your must-have seed beads for an absolutely... We've tried to work this one out. We can't work out how we're actually putting it to wear as the price that we're doing them for. Myself and Scott, in pre-production, before we came to wear, we tried to work it out how the price has been set. Now, even as our manager, even Scott, our manager, couldn't work out how we were going to do the price that you're about to see. Doesn't make any sense at all. So enjoy it when we put it to wear, and it's coming up straight after the break, literally straight after the break. So all in all is as if you look away, you could miss out, because that'll be a sellout deal, guaranteed.
Love Jewellery Maker but don't have an account? You can now purchase items on the Jewellery Maker website through our guest checkout. To do so, select the products you wish to purchase and head over to the shopping basket. Simply enter your email address and select Continue as Guest below. After this, the checkout process is simple. Select your quantity and delivery option and then check out securely. Enter your billing details and either a credit card or PayPal account and proceed to payment. From here, you still have the option to create an account if you wish, making shopping online easier for you. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share. If you'd like more information on up-and-coming shows, you can view the programme guide on our website.
Owning a strand of genuine gemstones is always exciting, but being able to use it in your handcrafted jewellery, then passing it on to its new owner with proof of its authenticity is even more incredible. Why not add one of our printed authenticity cards to your order and share that same feeling with your customers? You can also access online authenticity certificates through items you have previously ordered by looking at your order history on your account details. The certificate gives you valuable information about your purchase and is your guarantee of quality and peace of mind from Jewellery Maker. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share.
At Jewellery Maker, we are always looking at ways to provide you with a fantastic shopping experience. With this in mind, we'd like to welcome you to our new pre-order option. Selected items throughout the day will be put on display and made available for pre-order. When the presenter informs you that the pre-order service is available on an item, this is your chance to pop it into your online basket or speak to one of our brilliant call centre team members and be one of the first to secure your purchase.
It's easy to stay in touch with Jewellery Maker. You can like our Facebook page and join a community of over 65,000 people. You can follow us on Twitter and tweet us your messages and opinions, send photos of your designs and enter our Wall of Fame competition. Or if you need any help or advice, you can email our friendly help team. Make sure to get involved and stay up to date with Jewellery Maker.
Well, this hour is a bit of a stonker. I mean, this hour is absolutely loaded because we have got today's must-have, which is an absolute must-have. Now, it's been on pre-order, and I can tell you now, stock has been very well received in terms of pre-order. So if you do want a guarantee, and we're going to give you a little bit more time for pre-order before we get to the live deal, today's must-have will take place in around about 25 minutes. So we're going to leave the pre-order window for about 20 minutes. That's all you've got, though. So it's narrowing very quickly. You're going to lose out on the chance to pre-order. Now, obviously, we're hoping that we'll have enough quantity in the live show to be able to give everybody the freedom to get hold of it. But by the ratio of how quickly it's selling out in pre-order, it is going to be a case of it's better to pre-order than it is to hold on to the live deal, especially with this quality. And it's the quality, I think, that has probably floored us more than anything else, because this really is the textbook of amber. This is the elite. And the nicest part about this strand is that you can almost instantly translate it into jewellery. There isn't that glitch. There's not a moment where you cogitate and contemplate. Yeah. You instantly have that reference point. I know what I want to do, because there's such a texture, a dynamic, a lift of beauty. This is a really, really special strand. And I have to say, for the price that you've got it for, and I've already told you, this is going under £15. That's under 15, £15. If you would like to pre-order window is now open for another 20 minutes only. That's it, 20 minutes, and then we close the pre-order and we'll play the deal. We'll play the deal at around about past. So if you would like to join us, we're talking here a third of the quantity already allocated, and that's just, I think we've only told you about it twice through the last couple of hours. So that gives you an idea of how well received it is. Third of the stock already gone. Your chance, 15. I've got people messaging in and ringing in going, Slick said £50 or 15. 15, £15. Less than £15 for that guaranteed amber strand. Absolutely magnificent. And amber is a go-to for jewellery makers, isn't it? And we'll talk a little bit more about that when we get to the deal in around about half an hour. But if you want to pre-order yours, if you want to get hold of it now, you can pre-order on both the phone line and on the web. So both accessible for you for both of those pre-order opportunities. Now, we did say that we'd kickstart this hour with a bit of a blinding seed bead deal, and this is that deal. It's pretty epic, and we've both myself and Scott, before we came to air, we've both, now for those of you that don't know Scott, forgive me, I'll introduce you. Scott is my manager, so Scott is our sales manager here at JM and has been 3 years now, Scott, 4 years. Coming up to 3 years. Coming up to 3 years. Now, you've been in the business longer than that, though, haven't you? Now, I've worked here since pretty much day dot. I think I started presenting on Jewellery Maker about 3 months into the live shows. And so, together, we've worked here in significant amounts for quite a long time. Neither of us can work out how we're doing this. Neither of us can quite work out how we're doing this price tag. What you have here is a pretty awesome combination. Now, I was talking to a lady the other day, and she didn't know where I worked, and she started talking about seed beads. She said, "Oh, you won't know about seed beads." And I said, "Oh, what kind of seed beads are you talking about?" "Oh," she said, "well, you won't know." And I said, "Is it like things like Mayuki?" And she went, "Ah, yes." And then she went, "Ah." And then she went, "But I don't use just Mayukis." And I went, "All right, what do you do? Galvanised?" "Yes, but they're the special ones," she said. And I went, "Ah, strange that. Let me tell you about a place where I work." And I said, this is what you have here. You've got the quality of your galvanised gold seed beads. Now, the likes of Amy K. Sweet McNamara, she says that for her, the galvanised are by far signature additions to her jewellery making, because they have that quality, but they also have that finishing touch.
Yes, yeah.
Would you agree?
I would absolutely agree with that. Yeah.
Especially against that black ribbon. These would look amazing against the black ribbon. Let me just get them out. Now, obviously, I'm going to give you the heads up on the size of these, because these are quite a significant... Oh, shall we put them against the black ribbon? Go on, then. If you just got the black ribbon earlier on, that would look fantastic. Yeah. That would look really good. You can imagine that. That's...
Nice.
Ooh, I can imagine almost a little bit of a vintage retro look being created by that combination. So this combination that you're getting, if I just bring out all of the colours, is quite delicious, really. And I'm going to tip them out just gently so you can see some of the colours. So you've got your golds. Now, your golds are, and I guess this is the important thing, they are galvanised gold, which is what you were saying is quite important. But you've also got, let me just tip these ones out, beautiful shades of two-tone pink. So you've got your fuchsia pink, and you've also got your rose. They're almost like rose gold textured pink, aren't they? So you've got that colour combination. And I'm just going to twist them around to make my machine round just to make... Oh, no. Breaking the machine. We've got here a combination of opportunities, really. And then you've got on top of that your nudes. Let's put your nudes out. I really like the nudes against my pearls.
Yes.
I really like them with my pearls.
Yeah.
I just think that they just almost blend alongside them. And then on top of that, you've got your richness of your forest greens. There you go. Lovely.
Oh, wow.
Look at that combination. All of these, I'm just showing you them in the mini pots, but obviously they come in tubes, and all of this comes together in one deal. So you've got a combination of your Mayuki Opaque and your Terracotta. Those are your 11 O's. And then you have your Mayuki Delicate Duracoat Galvanized Dark Coral seeds, and those are 10 O's. Then, on top of that, you're also getting, let's see if the machine goes round there, Mayuki Silver Lined Emerald Seed Beads. Those are your 15 O's, which are your largest. And then you've got your Mayuki Galvanized Gold Seed Beads, and those are your 15 O's. Is that all of them? Have I gone through all of them? Yes, I think I have. And then the Delicate Opaque Red, that's right, in the Aurora Borealis. So you've got all of those, 5 tubes, and already priced to the market for our seed beads, £22.75. So already priced to compete against anywhere else at £22.75. Now that would be our pricing if you bought them separately on our website. That's the price tag. Don't know how we're doing this. I don't know how we're getting it, because we already know we work on tiny margins on our seed beads. So how we squeeze to £16.95. That's for 5 tubes. You're at £16.95. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. So that's £3.50, around about £3.50 you're looking at there. Just shy of £3.50 per tube. And I'm pretty sure that that does not sit as a standard price tag.
No.
At all.
No.
I mean, seed beads just don't come in, not of this quality, and that's the thing is that, you know, when you're talking Miyuki, we're always talking about quality, but the Delica and the Duracoat and galvanised as well, all of those elements actually are additional to the price tag. Yeah. So you can get your classic Miyukis, but then you can also get the additions of the Miyuki with the galvanised, and you can get the Delica. So they all make a difference to the price tag. That's why this doesn't make sense, because they are of the elevated qualities. You know, you've got the opaque finish, you've got the light terracotta, you've got the combination of the reds and the greens and the pinks. You've got all of those together for £16.95. And if you've not worked with seed beads before, goodness me, there's a wealth, a backlog, a library of support that we can offer you on our website. Go to JewelleryMaker.com and you'll see lots and lots of ways of being inspired. Perhaps go to YouTube and type in Jewellery Maker seed beading, and you'll perhaps see, oh gosh, I would guess, you know, a wealth, hours and hours of examples of how to get started and how to create some luxury seed bead jewellery. Or alternatively, go to our website, and of course we've got our DVDs there, lots of fantastic DVDs with step-by-step instructions of how to use seed beads in a number of different ways. So there's lots and lots of support that you can get from us to make sure that as you diversify, or perhaps as you explore new avenues of seed beads, that we're there with you on your journey. £16.95 is all you pay for this mega mix combination. I actually quite like the fact that the colours are mixed colours. Yeah. They're not of a same palette, or they're not of a distinguished, you know, sometimes when we do the Christmas mix, it's red, green, and it's... Actually, this is just a lovely melting pot of colour.
Yeah, it's a if you are getting into seed beading, it's a good stash builder, because they're all colours that you will use within your project.
Yes.
You know, be it the green, you're making leaves for flowers. As you say, the nudes, you could use them as a backdrop to a pearl cabochon, like the shell pearl cabochons that we do. Nice. You know, even the red, you could create roses along with the pink there, so you could create shading in the roses. And then you've got your gold for accent bits and pieces.
It really is a stash builder.
It's a really good stash builder.
Yeah, great proportions, and yours for the taking at a price tag that genuinely, if you work it out, doesn't make a lot of sense when there's other places that would charge you a lot singularly tubed. Well, we wouldn't charge you £16.95, you know, on an average occasion. This is not an average price point, not even for us. You know, not sitting here as a presenter who sits with seed beads regularly, or as a manager who sits, you know, in the hot seat giving you this price tag. That's not sitting as an average price point for us. So let's enjoy what we've got while we've got it. Let's not suggest that we're going to do this all the time either. I often get a bit anxious when we do these kind of deals, because I often think then people suggest that that's what we do always. Yeah. And it's so not. We'd be out of business if we did these every day of the week. So that's why it's important to enjoy what we've got while we've got it, but don't expect that it's a regular occasion. And obviously, for those of you who have acknowledged that I'm wearing a fantastic ring that Katie's made from the second kit today, you might well see this ring and then go, well, actually, I could break the colour in, and I could mix these up, and you could actually do this design, but perhaps just run a band of gold through the centre, or perhaps do a zigzag of the red, or you could add in, perhaps if you want to keep with the matte, you could add in the matte of the terracotta alongside it. That would look great. You've got so much potential. From the second kit to this bundle, there's lots and lots of jewellery to be made. Enjoy it while we've got it. Are you going to do that for me?
I'll do that. Yeah,
oh, thanks.
That's all right.
Ah, that's nice. That saves me a big job. Right, let's go to Keshies.
Oh, I love these.
And me. You can't get bored of them, can you?
No, they're just amazing.
You just,
like you said, there's a place for your perfect round pearls, and again your baroque pearls. But for me, these take pearls to another level. If you if you like to use them in shibori or anything like that, but if you like to have something a little bit more edgy, but you still want to have a pearl, this is the strand.
Yeah, it's a great way to put it. And I think the nicest part about it is that, you know, there's so much facility within this strand to do drama, to do simplicity, to do impact, to do succinct contemporary. Yeah. There's lots to be had from one strand because each one of these could be a single pendant. Each one of these could be put together in a massive, almost Aztec design neckline piece, you know, cascading waterfall. Each one of these could be a focal point to the hand in a single stone solitaire. Yeah. You know, there is a lot of potential, a lot of jewellery to be made from this one strand. This is your strand of peacock freshwater cultured pearls. You've got your top drilled beaver design. So if you've got, you can see here, the drill hole runs right through the top, which means that you have a single stone that then can drop. Or as you can see here with this design, because they're so stacked onto the strand, they can sometimes, you know, create an up and down, you know, almost like stalagmites and stalactites, you know, up and down in the design. But that's up to you how you want to work with them. We've just tightly knit them onto onto this strand, so you get as many as possible, and that's why you get that rise and fall of the design. Every one of these is mesmeric in its colour pearlescence. I mean, if I just show you this one, I don't know whether you'll be able to see it. I don't know whether you'll actually see the pearlescence to its full effect. But normally with Biwa pearls, you get much more of an elar. Gosh, look at that price tag. £12.95 is all you pay. £12.95 is all you pay on this deal. And I think the nice thing is that because you have a wider expanse, you've got a larger surface area with Biwa pearl, you get much more pearlescence, or you certainly get much more rainbow colours from the pearlescence, that's for sure, and you'll be able to see that on every one of those. Great news with us is that you get a 30-day money-back guarantee. And that 30 days gives you freedom. It gives you time to make the decision whether it's right for you. But one of the things that we do with 30 days is that we want to give you the chance to feel the quality, see the quality, experience the quality of the strand that we have and we're providing to you. And if you're not happy, send it back. Your money goes back into your account. But I think really most of the time 30 days is just for us to prove how good we are. 30 days is to give you the chance to really, I guess it is just find that absolute guarantee of quality from the strand that we're providing. Excuse me, I'm going to cough. Okay, straight on we go. And this time we're going to Keshi pearls. Not a huge distinction between Keshis and Biwas in many ways, apart from the fact that they have a different finishing touch to the final resulting jewellery. Size-wise, they're different, but actually I think in individuality and in texture, they have that same luxury quality about them. Magnificent strand that you have here. Again, these are drilled to enjoy the drop design, to really enjoy that quality finish that you have here. 6x5 to 11x8 that we're bringing you. An amazing treat, your white freshwater pearls. Now these are genuine pearls, and if you do want to get a certificate of authenticity, we can give you that certificate, and we could do that for just 25p. And I guess when we do prices like you're about to see on this kind of genuine freshwater pearls, these are an amazing deal. Pardon me, 6x5 to 11x8 that we're looking at. Whoa. But that's not the price you're going to pay. £13.95 is not the price you're going to pay. Hang on a minute, that just flashed up at £6.95. I tell you what, our computer is not very happy tonight. Did you see what the computer did there? If we get to the end of the evening without this computer switching itself off because it's not happy with the pricing, I tell you what, it'll be a miracle. £6.95 is all you pay. That's it, just £6.95 for this whole look. And again, you know, the thing that we've got to remind ourselves is the name of the last couple of days is Out of This World. And a lot of times pearls are classified as the gem of the moon. That's how, you know, they used to be admired by, you know, in ancient times, the gemstone of the moon. Moonstone wasn't, because moonstone hadn't been found by then, but this was the gemstone that was classified as the gem of the moon because of its beautiful lustrous quality. And you get that, don't you, when you see it? And you've got that look, you've got that lustrous quality for just £6.95. If you would like to join us today, and if you've bought from us already, the good news is you've paid your postage and packaging and now you're adding to your order. It's 1p&p for the whole day, so you can add as many times as you like. And if this is your first purchase from us and you've never tried us before, good news is that at this price point, £6.95, if you are brand new to us, we will send to you a welcome pack. And in this welcome pack, we give you, I would say, pretty much everything you need to get started into jewellery making. Now, that would include threads and cords. That would include things like findings, which are the things that bring your jewellery together. Nice rose gold finish on those ones. Then on top of that, tools. And I think we often get this, is that, I can't get jewellery maker because I don't have the right tools and they cost too much money. Well, with us, think again, you get the tools free of charge as you purchase anything for £4.95. So you're going to get your free toolkit, which is your 3 pliers, and these are just the tools that are just going to get you started into jewellery making. And that's your plier set. But if we go back to the idea of buying this strand of pearls and you don't know what you're going to be making and you don't know how to make it, what about making a pair of earrings? You'll get the findings to be able to make that, you'll get the tools to be able to make it, and then all you need to do is buy the strand of pearls. What about the bracelet? What about that lovely bracelet? Yep. You could make that bracelet as well. You could do that as well with this lovely project card. Step-by-step instruction, as you can see there, to make the bracelet. All you need to do is buy this pearl strand, £6.95, and you've paid over £4.95 therefore to get the welcome pack for free when you're buying from us for the first time. So if you would like to give us a go and you are thinking of perhaps giving us a try, maybe you're already a jewellery maker but you just never tried us before, or perhaps you're actually on the journey of just getting started full stop, like Katie all those years ago, just getting started, then the good news is that we're here to support you. We're here to provide as much as we can, and all you need to do is just take that stepping stone by buying one strand for £6.95 of genuine freshwater pearls. Doesn't sound like too much of a glitch, does it? Doesn't sound too much of a bind. So give us a chance, let's show you what I'm made of. And of course, on top of everything else, you still get your 30-day money-back guarantee. So even if it's not right for you, you can send it back and your money goes back into your account, and that just makes it easy. Look at that, bulging. Right then, where are we going? What should we do? Oh, here. Now, I've just been told you have, oh, not even that, 2 minutes. Oh, they're being very precise tonight, all professional and everything. They're giving me a proper countdown, 2 minutes before the pre-order window for the amber is closing. That's 2 minutes before the window closes, and it's a live show deal. Right, 2 minutes from now. Right, that's it, 2 minutes before you check out your basket. If you don't check out, if you've put into your basket on the pre-order but you haven't checked out, or alternatively, if you're picking up the phone now to pre-order, we will process your call before the live deal. The live deal is in about 5 minutes, but the window to pre-order is closing in 2 minutes, and I'm watching the clock, so you will have to check out in the next minute and a half-ish. Okay, that's all you've got. The price tag on the amber, less than £15, less than £15 for your amber, and it's going to be a manager special. It's an exclusive deal because, of course, Manager Scott is in the hot seat this evening, so we got a manager special amber deal. You've got 1 minute and 20 seconds before the phone lines and the web close on pre-order. So if you do want to do it, you've got to do it now, okay? In the meantime, what about getting these? In fact, I'm going to hold them up individually so you can get the quality, because I love the fleur-de-lis quality of these. There's that vintage look, isn't there? Yeah. That real vintage quality. Take a look at this combo.
Yes, please.
55 seconds before the pre-order window closes. Ding, 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 ding. Not yet. You've got the countdown, but if you are going to get the connectors, add the amber at the same time, or if you're going to get the amber, add the connectors, and you've got that vintage quality instantly. I mean, amber's been a gemstone of such heritage for such a long time, but to add that distinction of this beautiful connector design, and of course this could be a ring if you wanted to bend it around the finger. This could be a centerpiece on the cuff of a bracelet with the amber running round. I've got 20 seconds before the window closes. The pre-order window apparently is going to close in 15 seconds to pre-order. The amber offer is going under £15. So if you do want to pre-order, you're going to have to do it now. You can pre-order now at 10 seconds. Thanks for singing in my ear there, Scott. That was lovely. 5 seconds left. It's there for the taking. Okay, live show deal exclusive from now. Okay, you can only get the amber on the live show deal in about 5 minutes time. That's it, 5 minutes time on the live show deal. In the meantime, let's bring you these lovely connectors. I really like the distinction that you're getting here of vintage to your jewellery designs. You know what I'm thinking? Where's that black ribbon?
Oh yes.
Putting that on there. Hang on. I'm going up to the neck. I'm going up to the neck. If you just did a little bit of a bend like that, don't show the chin. I'm literally holding my chin up so you don't see the 3 chins that are underneath it. What double chin you've got here? But you could do that, couldn't you? You could do maybe a nice cuff. You would have to give a little bit of curve, but the nice thing is that you can do that with your ribbon, with your metal. But you could do that as a lovely vintage bracelet. Can you see that? That look great, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, that looks really expensive. You could add maybe you know what I'd add? Just to go right into the vintage, I'd add the pearls.
Yeah.
I'd either go for the Keshi pearls or I'd go for those button pearls that we did earlier on. Look at that. Look at that as a vintage inspiration. Right, if you want these, you're going to get 5. That's a set of 5 for £4. I was thinking these were going to be £4.95 each. When I heard £4.95, I was thinking that was going to be £4.95 for each and you're going to pay £25 for the deal. That's brilliant. That is brilliant. Absolutely amazing. These are silver coloured base metal connectors. Even better, because it means that you can really play with them. You know, you don't have to be precious with them. If they were sterling silver, you'd probably be a little bit precious, weren't you?
Yeah.
But actually, this is where you have a little bit of freedom. You guys go, I'm going to try this. I'm going to go for that. Ooh, and I think you could do something really cool with these, especially, see where I am there. I mean, I feel like I'm taking you back in time, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
One would very much approve of this, wouldn't I?
One would.
Yes, thank you. You've got £4.95. So brilliant with accents, I am. An amazing deal that you have there. 5. That means each one of those is less than £1. And if you think about what £1 is in jewellery making, well, it doesn't normally go this far, does it? Not when you get this detail of design. And I think this could be the start of a jewellery collection. You know, if you're perhaps selling for a fair or you're going to, you're going to sell to friends and family, it's quite nice to have a collection of certain jewellery pieces. You know, the Victoriana collection, it could be called. And you do that vintage look to your jewellery, maybe encouraging the pearls and then maybe the amber, which is very nice vintage jewellery. And that would be the focal point. You know, the linchpin between the Victoriana collection would be these beautiful centerpieces.
Definitely. I mean, that's the way to go when you're, if you're doing a craft fair or something like that, is actually to have collections on your, instead of having it all higgledy-piggledy, it's nice. People can then go into whatever collection they want to. So this is a good way of doing it and connecting.
And also, I think when you're designing, with that in mind, with perhaps a fair or that kind of thing in mind, it's really nice to have a focus. It's nice to keep yourself in one place because it's much easier sometimes to just like be free for all and you make this and then you make that and then it looks. But actually, to have that collection, to have that almost composure to your collection would just work so nicely as a set to make it saleable.
Yes. Exactly, yeah.
If you would like to join us on this one, it's less than £1 each. Okay, we're on countdown. We've got 50 seconds. I love the fact that the boys are being so time-like. They're brilliant tonight. I mean, they're right on call. Just tonight. This is the night. This is the one night of the year. All right. We've got. I need to not say anything else tonight, otherwise they'll be in proper bother when I come off there. Right, we've got for you a very special deal. Congratulations, you got that for less than £1 each. But I tell you what, if you've already pre-ordered, you're sitting pretty. If you haven't, get ready to rumble, because I tell you what, this is going to be a serious time. Do you know what? I've never done this before, and I really shouldn't say this, but genuinely, even before the graphics come on, I think you should be picking up the phone now. Dial now, because you don't want to miss out. This is today's must-have. It's here, it's here, it's here. Now, obviously, we've done some amazing pearls tonight, and I think in some ways, the pearls are a perfect setup for something like this, aren't they?
Yeah.
See, I just adore amber. I do think it's such a very special stone. It feels totally different. Now, the first thing I'll say, okay, just let you know the graphics are on, and the reason that we're putting the graphics straight on is because we've already got half the stock allocated, and the other half we want to make sure and we facilitate everybody has the same chance. If we held off, the reality is that the people on the phone lines wouldn't have the same chance. I can tell you now that quantity is selling at a rate of knots, so it's first come, first served. Anybody who's been watching the last 2.5 hours or so, you know what price tag I've guaranteed, and that's why it's going so quickly. The quantity we started with is nowhere near the quantity we now got left, so it really is. I'd pick up the phone now if I haven't already done so. If you haven't already got a phone in your hand and you have any thought process of putting this into your jewellery designs, or any thought process of this is going to go into your stash and this is going to be your focal point to your jewellery pieces, I think certainly coming home to spring and summer, this is a go-to gemstone for me for my designs, especially alongside the likes of pearls. It's such an easy style to work with. It's such a freeing gemstone to work with. And one of the things I'll always say is if you don't know what amber feels like, as soon as you get it, it feels like no other gemstone. That's because there is no other gemstone like it. It has a totally different, it's almost, the best way for me to describe it is almost like shot satin. It's got that really smooth quality about it, but it's very light. You know, if you've ever put satin sheets over you, I've only ever done it once in a very posh, in a very posh hotel in New York. Genuinely, it was a treat for my husband for his 30th. Not just going to New York was the treat, not me in the satin sheets. As I said that, you know, when you want to catch your words and put them back in your mouth. My husband's 30th birthday treat was going to New York, and we went to a posh hotel. It was the only place I've ever felt such shot satin sheets.
Yeah.
Won't say that one again. The thing is that that's the texture. It's got this beautiful tactile quality about it, and there's not many gemstones that I would say have got the equal tactility. Maybe pearls, but this is such a different feel. But the weight of it's different. The quality of the gemstone's different, and interestingly enough, this is not a polymer crystal form. So this gemstone doesn't form like any other gem at all. There's nothing to compare. It's not a polymer, which means it doesn't layer in stacks and has the same balance. Actually, what this is called a superstructure. And what a superstructure is essentially a myriad of forms together that create a network. And that's why when we work with amber, it's one of the most durable, it's one of the most dense, it's one of the most powerful pieces to wear. Why? Because it is called a supermolecular structure. It is compounded in a unique form, quite random, and that's what makes it so dramatically wearable. This is not just about the beauty, it's about the beauty and the wearability. And I have to say to you, if you don't know the price tag, yes, you need to be prepared to have your jaw on the floor when I tell you what's about to do. Take your jaw off the floor when I just revealed what was going on my husband's 30th, and now put your jaw back on the floor when I tell you the price tag. You've got your multicolored Baltic amber. Oh my life, I love it when we do these kind of deals. It's not an average deal, it's not your everyday price tag. Please don't think that this is a standard price deal for $14.95 for this grade of amber. It's not. I mean, it just simply isn't. I wouldn't want to put you into a false sense of security to suggest that on an everyday scenario we would price this at $14.95, because the facts is that most of the time, as Scott sits as a manager within our business, Scott, who's producing tonight, Scott would probably tell our producers off if they took this amber to this price tag. It's a fact, wouldn't you? You'd give them a little bit of a let's not do that again kind of a tut, because this is a huge opportunity. $14.95 is all you pay. Is that what you say normally? I'm not angry. I'm just disappointed. $14.95 is all you pay for your multicoloured Baltic amber and your small nuggets. They're not small though, are they?
No, they're certainly not. And I get what you're saying with the weight and the feel of them. I remember when I first got my very first strand of amber, and I was, of course, you're expecting it to be quite heavy. And when I was like, oh, you know.
I'm listening. I'm just trying to find a ruler. Oh, thank you. I've just had a message. Sorry, Katie, I wasn't being rude. I wanted to grab it because somebody's just asked the length, and I wanted to make sure I answered their question. And you're right, and you do feel it, and you do get a totally different feel, don't you? Let's have a look at how long this is. Crikey. So that's to 19. I'd say it's 38. 38. I could have done that times 2, but I didn't. So I just did that. That's lovely. We both got to the same answer, boys, there. Thanks very much. We both got to the same answer, just in different ways. It's not how you go. Anyway, you got here. $14.95 is all you pay. This is the last 27 of this deal. Now, I can tell you that I've got more people in baskets who haven't checked out than I have quantity available. That's a really tricky dilemma. Now, the reality is the quantity we put into this deal is all we have in stock. We don't play any kind of funny business where we put, 100 into stock and then we've actually got 200 in the vault. If only we actually had the freedom to be able to say, don't worry, we've got a double quantity of it. If we could release more stock. I mean, obviously, if there's anybody who's going to release more stock, it's going to be Scott. He's got nothing, nada, nip, nothing. That means $14.95. Nothing. Zilch. So that means once it's gone, it's gone. If you don't check out your baskets now, unfortunately, please, you've got to know you will miss out on this deal. We will not repeat this offer. This is not your standard price point. This is not going to be your average price point for amber going forward in 2018. I know it's a very, very popular gemstone at the moment. There's some very big deals. An amazing treat. An incredible opportunity that we have here, and it's all yours. And we source from a very exciting location in Poland. We've got fantastic connections and suppliers, and hopefully we might be able to get somebody over to talk to us about our amber collection in the very, very near future. So keep an eye out for that. Yeah.
I think Carol's done. There was a VT on YouTube that I watched quite a while ago, and it shows you how they source the amber and the polishing. And
it's extraordinary.
It's absolutely amazing. It's a must-watch. It's very informative.
Yeah, if you want to have a look at that, you can probably, if you just go into YouTube and just type into Jewellery Maker, and then just type in, perhaps it should be Carol, who's one of our lovely presenters, Carol in Poland, or maybe Poland. Poland. Poland, or perhaps it might be Carol Baltic Amber, and you'll see some of the video footage of us out there actually on location.
It's amazing.
Yeah, it's fantastic. An amazing opportunity, and the final chances. We're about to slip into single quantity figures on this deal, and again, I'm just petrified at the fact that I've got more people who haven't checked out than I have quantity left in stock. It makes me really uncomfortable because I feel like, and this is the absolute truth, I take it really personally that I haven't done my job properly because I'm letting people down. And I often, anybody who knows me, I'm a distance driver, so normally
long distance Carr.
Can I just say, this is Planet No Sleep. I mean, genuinely, this is Planet No Sleep. But anyway, I am a distance driver. And I don't even know what I'm going to say now. Oh, I have time to think. And often is my time to think is when I'm leaving work or coming to work. And I panic that I've let people down when I go home. If people have missed out, I have a real moment that people are not going to like us because I've let them down. I genuinely worry. There's lots of other reasons you probably don't like me, but hopefully that's not one of them. $14.95. Let's not get into that. $14.95 is all you pay. We have got, now, let's get a bit serious, because I believe this might be one of the finest deals of the day we've ever done. In fact, I don't think I know that we have totally surpassed ourselves when it comes to this opportunity. Now, I think the reality is that what you could do with this one strand is so exciting. Because the reality is that if you buy this gemstone normally, you buy it singularly. It is a single stone item that you purchase. I've got to be clear, there is not many gemstones that you buy in strands. But this gemstone, you would never, ever, ever buy in strands, right? There is no part, I mean, how we've managed to achieve to get this quantity and they're natural. This is another thing. And there's a lot of fake stuff going around. This is natural. You can get a certificate of authenticity for 25p. So you'll guarantee that it's natural and it's genuine. This is the most outstanding deal of the day of 2018 for me. And I'm just saying it. I'm very comfortable with saying that because it's so far removed from your average opportunity. In around about 20 minutes time or so, we will be bringing you the ultimate chance, the last chance, no other chance. Now we've obviously discussed this, and we do not believe outside of this 24 hours that the price that you get today will ever be repeated again. This is your last chance, and it's all we have, right? There's nothing else to compare it on our website. There's nothing to compare really out there because, as I say, you buy it in single stones. You certainly don't buy it in strands. You don't buy this gemstone in multiples. If you're buying it in jewellery, it's a single stone. I know that. I know what kind of price I would expect it to see a single stone. Why and how we do this at a price tag, and I genuinely got to say this is today only. This is your last chance to get the ultimate moldavite, the only moldavite in our vaults of this extraordinary distinction. Now, I've seen moldavite in nuggets, literally textured nuggets at that, you know, unpolished, and I got excited, and it was about a strand of this big. To have high-grade, faceted moldavite of gem-worthy quality, not in a single stone, but in multiples, it's bewildering, it's amazing, and the price point has had me flummoxed, because I know the price tag of a single stone in a piece of jewellery, and I know that what you've got coming here is extraordinary. 9 p.m. tonight, it's coming your way. 15 minutes. 15 minutes is all that we have to wait. So congratulations if you're watching. Now then, oh, where shall we go? Ay, ay, ay. Oh, you got to move close. Now, I don't know whether you know this about little old me, but about just over a year ago, I flew out to do some directing work, and I filmed and I directed the whole process of this gemstone being cut, coming in as preform and going through the process of lapidary work. It took me almost 2 days to film it because the precision of the craftsmanship. Now, not all gemstones take that long, of course. The reality is that because this is a bi-coloured gemstone, two distinguished colours, and not blended colours, they are banded colours. Because you have that, the rarity of this stone has to be maximised by the cut. Look at that quality. Look at that quality. Look at how much of a precision is required in this. Now I'm going to rotate it around, see if I can get it to rotate around so you can see the exacting standards that we have got for this gemstone is absolutely exceptional. Look at that split straight through the middle. You've got that band between the golden tones of citrine and the richest tones of amethyst. Now this gemstone naturally forms in Bolivia. This is the only place that it forms actually. And what's fascinating about it is that the location of this gemstone is probably one of the least important parts of the natural form. I think normally when we say it's a one location gemstone, we go, well, gosh, this is really exciting. But there's so many more things that you want to talk about with this gem than just the location. But the location is one of only one location. No other place in the world creates the quality of natural two colours like this. And then if I just show you the next one, it's not like I'm showing you any kind of difference. Look at that quality, absolutely magnificent. So when it comes into preform, It's essentially a piece of rough, which means that it's a crystal that has been shaped into a blended form. So you have a kind of an idea of the distinction of colour pattern. And the reason that the preform is really important is that's when you really get to see the quality of the colour band. And that's when you know what kind of grade of ametrine you're going to get. Now, obviously, this is top grade because you get the split. You've got that balance between the two beautifully, with then that drill hole moving right through the centre of the top lemon tone. Now, the great thing is that when you cut this stone by top grade lapidarists, and obviously, as I say, it takes such precision, what they do, and I genuinely have to tell you, it took me about, my life, it took me so long to realise what one of the skills is that they don't cut, they dab, right? So with this, what you think is that they're going to cut through, that they're going to do, or they're going to do this. But actually, and this is the rotating blade. Imagine this is the rotating blade going round, right? And it's a very soft blade because they want to do it with such precision. And literally all they do is dab, turn, dab, turn, dab, turn, dab, turn. Look, look, magnifying glass, dab, turn, dab, turn, dab, turn. And that doesn't last for a couple of minutes. That literally is over and over and over again, and that's the thing. And they dab it so that they can build up those layers, so that obviously the thing is about with this cut is that it's a table, like a looking glass into the gemstone. Can you see that top table? It takes you right into the heart of the gemstone, doesn't it? It takes you right in, and that precision, I'll keep rotating this so you can see them all, that precision is in each one of them, each one of them. Now, the craftsmanship alone, as you can tell, I'm truly in honour and in awe of the craftsmanship that is applied to this. The craftsmanship alone for me is justifiable at this price tag, and I'm not exaggerating. I watched the exact process of this craftsmanship for a single stone, but you've got 3 of that world-class quality cut. You've got 3, wow, 49. Do you want to know one extra thing?
Yeah, go on then.
So, what you have here, right, is something really special, because just recently this here gemstone has just been sold in a significant quantity to a very well-known jewellery house dealer. So watch out for the story of this gemstone. Very, very exciting. $49.95 is all you pay today. That's all you pay. Under £50, not for one. I tell you, one's good. Under £50 for 3. 3. Now, obviously, when you think about, I guess, the inside track that I'm lucky enough to have had watching this gemstone cut, all I can tell you is that from my perspective, that should be $49.95 for 1, not for 3. That's why this is such a great deal. You're not just getting a single stone to set into a piece of jewellery, you're getting 3. And I like the fact it's been drilled through. Yeah. Because actually for a lot of us, like me, I don't do the prong setting, webbing and any of that with cabochon. So I like the fact that I've got the freedom, as much as anyone else, to be able to create a fantastic piece of jewellery with these. And I do think there is that prominence. And you could do a suite of ametrine here. I mean, think about it. You've got one for the hand, if I just put that one there, one for the wrist, and one for the neckline. Or perhaps you want to go with 2 for the ear and 1 for the neckline. I mean, the choice is yours. Choice is absolutely yours. $49.95 is all you pay. Sterling silver setting, I would suggest, is probably appropriate for this, but that's just my opinion. You make that choice when you see the quality, when you get them home. And of course, you've got a 30-day money-back guarantee. You know what? I'm going to put my neck on the line. Use your 30 days, and I do not believe you will return these. In fact, not on your Nelly do I think you're going to return. Not for $49.95, not for that quality. Great for 1, but amazing for 3. Ooh, is there only 1 left?
Oh, no.
That's it. 1 left. It is still available though. There's got to go to someone, but it's available just for 1 person only. $49.95 is all you pay. Congratulations. Keep an eye on that gemstone. See where it ends up. Might be quite an interesting journey over the next maybe 1.5 to 2 years perhaps for this stone. $49.95 is all you pay right now though. Congratulations. Right then. Shall we go to a bit of a special deal? Shall we? We've had some amazing deals so far.
We certainly have.
Yeah, pearls, amber.
Yep.
We've got moldavite.
Yeah.
That's the top trump. Ooh. Diamonds? Why not?
She's getting down with the kids again.
Sound like an injured seal. Strangely, I take that as a compliment. Take a look. Here. An amazing opportunity. Right. So, when we're in the gem trade, especially with diamonds, and I don't know whether many people know that I'm actually a coloured diamond specialist, and I have been for the last probably about 5-6 years now, and I've taken a lot of pride in spending a huge amount of time to research on coloured diamonds, and I guess in some ways, whether you take a long time to research or whether you just take a moment out of your day to research on diamonds, there is one thing that becomes very apparent, right? If you are in any kind of prestigious opportunity to own 1 carat of diamonds, then the trumpet should be trumping and the fanfare, and you should be thrilled at the fact. And there is such a thing for a lot of traders and people like myself, jewelry professionals, who've worked in the business for a long. There's such a thing as the carat club, and the carat club is 1 carat of diamonds. 1 carat.
Yeah.
And genuinely, most people think that they've hit the jackpot if they are in the carat club. 1 carat. 12 carats of diamonds. 12 carats. So, if you're excited by the prospect of being in 1 carat club, what kind of a club are you when you're in 12 carat club? I mean,
wow.
It's just
Out of
beyond.
this world club,
it is
isn't
literally
it?
out of this world. Genuinely
Yeah.
is out of this world. I can't think of many pieces of jewellery that I've worked with that could offer 12 carats of diamonds without being a 4 or 5 figure sum. And I think, these are obviously, they're non-faceted, and I think there's a lot of time and obviously attention to detail that faceted diamonds require, which often has an influence on the price tag. But this is genuine diamonds. One of the things that we have to highlight here with the price, especially with the price tag, is these are genuine diamonds. These are not synthetics, these are not replica diamonds, these are genuine diamonds, the real deal. They are diamonds. They're not diamantes, they're not, something that looks very pretty but isn't just not a diamond. These are the real deal. And if you want diamonds, and you want 12 carats of diamonds, but you want a proof that they're 12 carats of diamonds, all you need to know is that you get a certificate of authenticity for a mere 25 pence extra, and within that, you will get the guarantee that these are the real deal. And I think the reason that you'll need that is because there are not many places that I know of, that I'm sure that you know of, that would offer you 12 times that 1 carat club opportunity. 1 carat club, amazing. 12 carat club, almost unheard of, and certainly unheard of at £24.95. I mean, hang on a minute. If we start to say £24.95 for 12 carats, what does that work out at per carat? £2, £2.50, £2, no, is it something like £2.70? I'm £2.07, no, £2.70. At £24.95, it's got to be £2.70. I love the fact that there's this just massive tap, tap, tapping in my ear. You've got £2.07. 2, 4, 6, 8. £2.07. Oh no, that is right. No, you're right. It's £2.07. Oh my God. Hang on, we're not even stopping there. So that maths that we've just done was absolutely pointless. I can't even do that maths. I can't even try. £1. Katie, £1?
£1.24.
Really? Oh my goodness me!
That is incredible.
£1.24 for a carat. That's a carat of diamonds. That is, you pay more for carats that you crunch, don't you? Oh my life! That is absolutely. If you added a zero, £140, for 12 carats.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people go, oh yes, that makes more sense. Oh yes, that's a good price tag. When we say £1.24, did you say?
Yeah.
£1.24? It's an almighty price tag. Okay, congratulations. Wow.
Wow. That's stunning.
Could you imagine putting those with a Moldavite? The oldest gemstone on the planet, and a gemstone. Where's my Moldavite gone? Where's it gone? Where's it gone? Oh no, it's coming up. Oh, there it is. Little moment of panic. This is your Moldavite, and this is coming up in 1 offer's time. Katie, would you do me a favour? If I hold the Moldavite, would you hold the zircon alongside? How's that for a 1.5 strand combination? That's amazing.
Stunning.
So that's your Moldavite, and that's coming in 1 offer's time. And as I say, it's got to be one of the most extraordinary deals you ever get. Before that, let's prepare you. Let me put this against the black backdrop. Let's have this one. Ah, thanks, Chickadee. Look at this. It's almost champagne zircon, isn't it? It's almost got that little fizziness about it. Oh, I do like that, because it's just that it's not cognac. It's not heading to your cognac zircon, which there is a great market in at the moment, but it's much more of a champagne tone that you have here. A lovely, lovely quality that you have. 35 carats that you have here. That's 35 carats of the zircon, graduated faceted rondelles, 2x1 to 4x2 in size. And again, you know, we just showed it alongside the drops of the Moldavite. This is a kind of gemstone that would be a perfect addition to a design.
Yes.
But because of its glorious refractive qualities, sometimes surpassing that of a diamond, in fact, a lot of the time it does, it's an amazing offer. And we're going straight down on this price tag. We should be so much higher. We're going so much lower. We've just put this to wear previously at £39, and we're now at £9. Now, obviously, you know that that's not an average price point drop. I mean, we just put £20 back into your pocket. Previously been sold and comfortably sold and given you know, great reviews at $39.95, and now we dropped to $19.95. An amazing deal. I mean, we have previously gone to the penny as low as we can go, but obviously Scott, with his little bit of management leverage, has taken you even lower within this evening show. $19.95 is all you pay. That's it. That's your deal. That is a buy it while we're on. And such a great strand to get that quality, that finish, that luxury. I mean, such an impressive quality that you have here. Don't want you to miss out on this one. This really is a treat and a half. And of course, that treat and a half coming your way, the only Moldavite that we have, and it's coming your way straight after the break. The only one. Wowzers, look at that. This is it. Final chance, final opportunity. There's not another time. There is not another chance. This is it. And it's straight after the break.
Jewellery Maker have an extensive range of DVDs for all abilities. Each of our mediums has an introductory DVD to help you get started. If you're already an experienced jewellery maker, we have a collection of projects and more advanced DVDs to take your designs to the next level. We are always filming new DVDs with our specialist guest designers, so visit our website for more information.
Owning a strand of genuine gemstones is always exciting, but being able to use it in your handcrafted jewellery, then passing it on to its new owner with proof of its authenticity is even more incredible. Why not add one of our printed authenticity cards to your order and share that same feeling with your customers? You can also access online authenticity certificates through items you have previously ordered by looking at your order history on your account details. The certificate gives you valuable information about your purchase and is your guarantee of quality and peace of mind from Jewellery Maker. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share.
Love Jewellery Maker but don't have an account? You can now purchase items on the Jewellery Maker website through our guest checkout. To do so, select the products you wish to purchase and head over to the shopping basket. Simply enter your email address and select Continue as Guest below. After this, the checkout process is simple. Select your quantity and delivery option and then check out securely. Enter your billing details and either a credit card or PayPal account and proceed to payment. From here, you still have the option to create an account if you wish, making shopping online easier for you. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share. Welcome to Jewellery Maker. We are part of the Immediate Media family. Immediate Media is a fast-growing multimedia platform company who operates some of the most loved brands across the UK. Our brands range from our other shopping TV channel, The Sewing Quarter, to our very successful magazines, such as Simply Knitting, Molly Makes, and the Radio Times. We work incredibly hard to inspire you and bring you lots of exciting ideas and projects. So whatever your creative needs, you know that our crafting family will be there for you. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share.
Just do me technology. I'm just prepping me technology because you know I'm not very good, but I do want to show you some things because this has got to be one of the most spectacular deals that we've ever secured for you. And I think, you know, we've got to start with just letting you know this is your last chance. This is your last, I got a little bit emotional there, didn't I? This is your last opportunity to get hold of this deal. You know, the deal of the day, it's called that for a reason. It has got a lifespan of the day at this price tag. And we don't and we won't give you a guarantee. We can't give you, certainly could not give you any kind of guarantee that this kind of deal would ever be repeated again. This really is what it's all about with us. And I guess in some ways, if you know us, you know how our deal of the day sets out. And we offer it on the morning and then on the afternoon and the evening, depending on quantity, availability. This one, we do not believe we'll have anything left by the end of the day based on just what a spectacular deal it is. Now, there is nothing to compare in our vaults, so I can't really give you any kind of opportunity to go and do some price comparisons or anything available. There is nothing available, not just in our Jewellery Maker website now, but nor is there anything in our inventory to come in the coming weeks or months. We are trying, but there is nothing, and that's why I think this is so important to us. I think the reality is that we know how hard we've worked to get hold of it. We know how hard we've worked to get hold of it at the price that you're going to get it for, and that's why I think for me, more than any other deal I've ever done as deal of the day, this is your moment. This is your final chance, and this is the buy it while we have it availability. At this price tag, It is one of those moments in time where you've just got to make that moment happen in the moment. And I think when I know how this gemstone is normally secured, and obviously I work with a lot of gem dealers, I work with people who are in the trade at much more of the gem buying stage rather than the you know, what you've got here. I know how this gemstone is bought these days, and it's bought singularly. It's not bought in strands or in parcels. It's bought standardly individually. And if you do find moldavite standardly on any kind of other website, it'll probably be a mineral deposit. So it'll be a structure of a crystal form. It certainly wouldn't be faceted, and it certainly wouldn't be in multiples of anything other than one. And that's the position that we're in. We've gone to such extraordinary lengths, to the point where, when obviously I walked into the building today and I got told what the deal of the day was, I truly didn't believe it until I saw it, that you were getting more than one for the price that you're about to see. It's an incredible deal, but that's because it's an incredible gemstone. It's got to be a gemstone that you appreciate on so many different levels. So let's talk about, first of all, the aesthetics, because I think, you know, foremost for us as jewellery makers is that we're looking for beauty, and there's no doubt about it. This is a beautiful gemstone. The gorgeous rich forest colours that you get are absolutely luxurious, and the thing is there's not many gemstones that could capture this colour. Perhaps the rarity of something like chrome diopside could kind of get this richness, but it wouldn't have such a lightness to it in terms of its light reaction. But that is what this gemstone is all about. Just take a look at how many you're getting on this strand. Remember that normally it would be secured in a single stone offer. This, on this strand, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 of these stones. That's 14 on the strand I'm here. Now I'm presuming that averages that most strands come with 14. Now, Katie, I'm going to hand this to you for a moment, if you don't mind. And I just want to explain a little bit more about this gemstone. Now, the first thing is we have to know that this gemstone, and this is the stone that you're holding. Now, you know how with amber we say it's between 5 and 50 million years old, but we don't know the variety. You know, the strand that I might have brought you earlier on might have been 7 million years, and maybe the other strand might have been 50 million. You don't know, because there's that huge variety. This gemstone, every one of those gemstones was formed at exactly the same time. Right? Not one gemstone outside of moldavite was made in any other time than 12 or so million years ago. Exact time, right? And I'm not talking about even a span of a year or 2 years. I'm talking about moment. And it's made. That's the impact of a meteorite crescendoing, crashing into the planet and bursting, and literally bursting, and then rebounding. Now I'm going to show you the rebound, because it was the ricochet. So we don't find this gemstone in Germany where the meteorite hit. What you actually find this gemstone as is the ricochet of this gemstone is found in the Czech Republic. And this map gives you some kind of indication of that movement, look at that crescendo, boom, and bursted right of it. Now, can you see how you've got the strewn fields? Now, they're called, listen to this, strewn fields. And the reason for that is because there are almost, could you imagine, you know, when you blow into dust and the dust falls in different spaces?
Yes.
That's the same thing here. So essentially, the ricochet that you have, they've literally shredded, and they're called strewn fields. So there's little pockets of this gemstone found in these places. The main place, though, is obviously, as you can see here, is the Czech Republic. Do you want to see the size of the crater? This is the crater that was formed by the meteorite. Isn't that amazing? This is an amazing 24 kilometres in size, in diameter. 24 kilometres in size. And that gives you an indication of how impressive it is. Now, just keep... This is why this journey is so extraordinary, that you're getting more than one. Keep reminding yourself, what we're about to do, you're getting 14 on the strand that I've got here. So that's more than one of this extraordinary journey. Now, guess what else this gemstone is? This gemstone is thought to be so rare that if you put it into the perspective of diamonds, you would have to mine a decade of diamonds for all of the moldavite in the world.
Really?
That's it.
Goodness me. Wow.
Now, let's listen to another stat. This gemstone in the last 15 years has gone up in price 500%. 15 years, 500% increase. That works out at 33% each year. For 14 karat gold, 26%. This gemstone has increased in price more than 24 karat gold in the last 15 years. This is a gemstone that you buy singularly. You only buy one. If you trade in this gemstone, you buy one, you sell one. And yet to that, and that's why this is such an extraordinary and outstanding deal of the day, is that we're bringing you 14. That's what I've got in this strand. Let's say to the average, you're going to get 14. You might get more, you might get less. But let's face it, you're not getting one. And that's what I should be selling. Just one of this collector's store. Remember 15 years ago what the price tag would be, and 500% later the price tag that you would be buying on one of these. But we're giving you multiples at a price tag that truly is extraordinary. It's your deal of the day. You've only got now to buy it. That's the only thing about this. That's the only, I guess, my uncomfortable, my little prickling is that you only have now to buy it. This is your chance. This is your opportunity. And obviously we currently don't have any expectation of being able to get a deal like this again. Now, we don't normally say that, do we? We don't normally say we don't think we'll get anything quite like this for a while. We like to always try. We keep on trying, but nothing like this is coming our way at current time. Now, if you think about it, at £119.95, you've got multiple opportunities to design. You're not just working on one single cabochon, one single stone.
No.
You've got 14 variants of designer jewellery.
Yeah.
14 talking points. And that's the amazing thing, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, to me, I would definitely make a suite of jewellery, you know, and use precious metals with that, obviously. But it's stunning. And to say that I've got this in my hands is just, you know...
It's so exciting, isn't it?
It is really exciting.
And you know, obviously NASA has actually explored this gemstone. NASA have taken this gemstone and they have confirmed that inside this gemstone, and actually if we get really close, you might even see the gas bubbles, right? They say that the gas bubbles are showing the bubbles of air that's from outer space. So can you see? Look, if I close it, can you see it?
Yeah.
If I rotate it, can you see it? Can you see those little gas bubbles? Those there.
Different space.
Right? That's a guarantee, right, that this has been made from outer space because it has those gas bubbles and it's been authorised by NASA that that's the case. Do you want to know another thing? I'm going to give you another thing that makes this amazing. This gemstone will never be remade, recreated. Nature will never recreate this. Do you want to know why? Because even if another meteorite of such epic proportions did land into our planet, and even if there was a ricochet and creating a gemstone, it would never be this, because the air and the atmosphere of our current climate now is so different to 12 million years ago or 20 million years ago that actually what was created then was then, and what would be created now is totally different. So this is unrepeatable.
Yeah.
This is absolutely unrepeatable. And that's why there is an expectation that there will only be potentially between 5 and 10 years of availability on this gemstone, because there is a finite. Normally, the gem world doesn't do finite. It likes to think it'll always have a chance to be able to find a new pocket, a new mine. This is a finite supply because it will never be remade, because nature hasn't got the ability to remake it in the way that it was formed. It's an extraordinary gem. I don't know whether you know this, but I'm quite passionate about this gem. No, I didn't get that one. Jane in Lancashire says, the Queen has moldavite and so do I. Had to have my own piece of space as it's the closest I'll get to being an astronaut. Oh, Jane, that's amazing. That is quite right. The Queen received a gift from the family of Switzerland. And they offered it alongside pearls and diamonds. And I do think, you know, if you're going to do it, you know how we were talking about maybe putting the diamonds, your 12 carats of diamonds, or alternatively, perhaps you put your pearls with it. That's what the Queen's got in her collection. It was a gift to mark her 10th year in reign. Congratulations. To Suzette, who's joined us, she says, Moldavite is a gorgeous gemstone. I was lucky to get 2 strands of the Rondelles and the Allure collection and bought this one this morning. Oh, congratulations, Suzette. I mean, an amazing collector's opportunity. And I do think that in some ways, perhaps, you know, we often talk about loving gemstones, but this takes you somewhere different. This takes you to be a connoisseur, a gemstone collector. You're not quite an astronaut, Jean, but, you know, we're getting there. We're getting close, aren't we? Literally, from outer space, the gas is inside of this. Now, I can tell you now, £119.95. Right, I'm going to have to be a little bit, I'm sorry to do this, but I'm going to have to be a bit serious. I'm going to have to be a bit serious now. I'm going to be serious because this is your last chance. This is your final warning. This is the very final warning that this deal will be disappearing. And once it disappears, as our deal of the day finishes, the guarantee of ever securing this level of opportunity, getting this grade of Moldavite for a price tag that truly is extraordinary for a single stone. You're getting 14 in this strand. It's coming to an end. Right, I'm going to say now, one thing I would remind you. First of all, there are lots of places out there, if you're price researching, that say they're selling Moldavite. If they can't offer you a certificate of authenticity, it's potentially not actually Moldavite. There are some examples that you might find on the web, and if they've got any kind of banding, anything that has kind of streaks in it, couldn't possibly be Moldavite. Streaking means crystal form. This is actually an explosive gemstone, so it formed in a moment. So it would never have banding, because banding comes from compression of the Earth's crust. So that's why. So there are a lot of places that would not offer you this as genuine. Certificate of authenticity you can get. It is genuine Moldavite. Your certificate of authenticity, just 25 pence will get you that certificate of authenticity. For me, it is absolutely essential for you to get your certificate of authenticity. In fact, it's not essential, it's a must-have. It's a guarantee that you're in ownership of genuine Moldavite at this price tag. £19.95 is, or pardon me, £119.95 is all you pay. For your 14 I've got in this strand, I mean, to be honest, if I was offering you one at this price tag, I'd congratulate you. It really is an absolute treat. A deal of the day like no other. And, you know, I know how good we are with our deals of the day, but this for me is the supreme. This really is an amazing opportunity. Does that work out at what? £8.57. Do you know what? I can sell a loose gemstone and expect it to go for, oh my, in fact, I don't even want to guess. I don't even want to guess. If we had one loose, I'm certain that it wouldn't be under £10 that I'd offer you. That's for sure. And amazing. And, you know, just to show you the perspective of how good it looks within a single piece of jewellery. Just one, and you said you'd make a full suite like this. Yeah. Just one like this. That's all it needs to be, doesn't it? Just one single stone and one talking point. A gemstone from outer space, proven by NASA to have gases that are from outer space. Absolutely amazing. Absolutely, you actually can see those little bubbles inside the stones. And what's even more amazing is that it is one of the highest rising price gemstones in the last 15 years. You know, 500% is no laughing matter. It's a gemstone that's in demand. It's a gemstone that has a serious desirability at the moment. And I think, you know, that's because there's a lot of us connected to the ongoings of development that are happening in space. You know, there's lots of things that people are talking about. Oh, you know, would you ever go out to space? Well, no, because I'll never have the money to be able to go out of space. You know, I'm not a millionaire, and nor do I expect to be a millionaire. So actually to have something that gives me that almost touching, that tangibility, it's so exciting. An amazing chance. £119.95 is all you pay. Massive congratulations if you do have this. An amazing treat, an incredible opportunity. Now then, we've got just time, and everybody's been asking me about my lovely ring. I've got here this fantastic piece that I've been wearing. I mean, I love that. I do love that.
Oh, thank you.
And I've had loads of people asking about it, and this is from the kit, isn't it?
Yeah, it is from the kit, yes.
And you've done a matching bracelet as well.
I certainly have.
We'll show you the bracelet that goes with. That looks cracking, doesn't it? And then there's a lot more, because this kit goes on and on hang on.
Yeah.
It has lots to offer.
It
The
certainly
lovely
does.
thing about this, I feel like it's a real play of stash building.
Yeah.
But when you put it together, it works beautifully individually. But I actually think it could build to being so much more as
Yeah.
well. And I think that's sometimes what our bundle. See, for me, there's a borderline of this is a kit or is it a bundle. There's a part of me that goes, this is a bundle that just makes you go, oh, I want to do that. Oh, I fancy this.
Yes,
Oh, could
yeah.
I do that? You know, sometimes where a kit can be quite directional, it can almost lead you to making certain jewellery.
Yes, yeah.
Whereas this, I feel like it's got an open plane. I feel like it's got a blank canvas and you go, right, here's your paints, here's your paintbrushes, now you start painting your masterpiece.
Yes,
and you
yeah.
start creating what you want. That's what I see in this. It's not just a kit, it's a bundle of beautifulness. And I'll go through that beautifulness now. What you've got as a combination, now I'm going to go straight to these because these are what I'm wearing and I just want to show you them straight away because a lot of people have been asking. These are your Mayukis in your 11s and the colour of these are pretty cool, aren't they? What colour are they classified as? Do we know what they're classified as? I haven't got my machine beside me. See if it comes up on our system now. Let's have a look and see if what it says.
Matte
Mayuki's.
green.
Is it matte green, is it?
Matte green iris. Oh,
Ah.
matte green stroke purple iris is what it's called.
If we get really close, you'll see exactly that coloration of the greens and the purples. Yeah, you can see that now,
Yeah.
can't you? From a distance, they look almost black, but actually, like matte black, but they're really not. There's much more texture to them. So you've got these are your 11s, and as I say, you can see how well they work in jewellery, just simple jewellery like that. And I've worn this all night, and to be honest, it's been such an easy wear piece, such a nice feature to the hand, quite dramatic, but actually really easy wear. And that's sometimes really important to jewellery, isn't it? Wearability is just as good as how just important as how it looks. Top it off, you've also got here your larger seed beads. Sorry guys, didn't mean to pull that out of shot. You've got here those beautiful colours. And the colour of these, as you can see there, is that wonderful. Would you classify these as steel green? I mean, they've got a really lovely quality about them, haven't they? And I'll just see if I can get my info. Just seeing if I can get the info up, but my keeps on logging out my computer at the moment. These are classified as galvanised green sea foam. Did you say? Sea foam green, nice. Top it off. Well, these are a bit funky. Oh, look. Double drilled that you have here. And as you can see there, wonderful quality. Now, these are your 2-hold groovy green turquoise. Wow. I get the name. I mean, it's definitely got a groove and it's definitely turquoise. Yeah, I've got that. They're funky, aren't they?
They are.
I've never seen these before. They're awesome. Yeah, they're amazing. So these are your travertine. Let's say travertine.
Yeah.
Until somebody reminds us that that's not how you say it. But these are your 6mm in your double holds, and you're going to get 30 of these within this deal. Top it off, we've also got for you these wonderful, I love the metallic quality of these. Now, you know, with the first kit,
Yes.
these would look fab.
Stunning.
Wouldn't they? They
Yeah.
would go really well with, you know, perhaps the more cosmic qualities
Yeah.
of the satin, and then perhaps with the Swarovskis, you could really play with those,
Yeah.
that texturing, couldn't you? You've got these, and these are your classic 4mm, and these are your round silver colour glass pearl beads that that sit within this strand. I don't know the length of the strand, but it's it looks like it's sitting over 30. Looks like, let me quickly get the ruler so I can give you the exact detail because it's not available on my web. So oh, it's going to be, hang on a minute. That says 23. That says over 40, doesn't
Yeah.
it? That says 45, I think, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Let me just check that. Yeah. That's why I wanted to check because it felt like it might have been a little bit longer, so I didn't. Yeah. So let me just check that again, up and over. That takes me to there, and then that's 38. That takes me, yep, you know what? You're getting 45 centimetres in these pearls. Now, these are your glass pearls, And I think actually the texture's really nice with the metallic on these.
These are perfect if you want to make jewellery for vegans, because obviously being vegan, they don't wear real pearls. So these are fantastic alternative. So if you're making jewellery for vegans, this is the perfect...
I would never have thought that. I'm so pleased you've said that.
So this is the perfect pearl for vegans.
Oh, excellent news.
So,
oh, well done. Thank you for bringing that, because I've never thought of that. So, yeah, that's great. Great to think about. If you would like to join us on this, the combination is quite impressive, really. Now, the addition, and I don't have them here, so I'm going to have to give you a bit of a heads up. I don't have them here, that you have your Swarovskis. These are the Aurora Borealis cosmic beads, and you're getting 12 mils of the larger. Can you just pass me the earrings so we can show them?
Oh, those ones, yeah.
There we go. There you go. You see them there? So you're going to get these fabulous, it's a pack of 4 of your 12 mil Aurora Borealis cosmic beads. I like the shaping of these. I love that they're almost like a bouquet shape, aren't they? Like a classic nugget.
I don't know if you remember, we did a show, just before, well, I say just before Christmas, it was probably about October last year, and I had the kaput crystals, and I used the Ceraloon.
Oh, yes, the Ceraloon. Yes.
These remind me of those.
Yeah, you're quite right. I think the shaping's so nice, because I think for a lot of Swarovski, it's very strict angles, isn't it? It's very precise shape, and it's not very often that you get these in a little bit more of a random asymmetric quality. I quite like the fact that I'm seeing something a bit different in these. So you're going to get 4 of the larger of the Aurora Borealis, and then you're also going to get, and you can see them sitting just in the top of the earring and the bottom of the earring here, the bicones, and these are your white opal Swarovskis, and you're going to get a pack of 48 of those. I'll just show you them here on the mat as well, so you can see them as a close-up. And bicones, well, I mean, for a lot of us as jewellery makers, bicones are one of the most sought after of shapes. We haven't seen a huge amount of bicones recently from our stock list. I might have a knock on the door of our buying team and see if we can get some more in, because I think with this shape, it just gives an enviable form to your jewellery straight away. Yeah. I think it changes, it lifts. It's not a classic round. As much as a classic round's lovely, actually this bicone can do something a bit different, can't it? Yeah. And you've definitely got that with these earrings. So the price tag that you should be paying on this amazing deal is £42.95. That's the price you should be paying. But that's not your price tag. With all of this deal, with everything that we're putting together here, from the Swarovskis to these gorgeous glass pearls and onwards, everything together for just £21.95. That's a lot of jewellery making,
isn't it?
Yeah. And the thing is that what you've shown us with the jewellery that you've made is that there really is a little bit of everything for everyone. I think there is a freedom where, you know, you've shown the capabilities of being able to do some nice seed beading, but then you've also shown us some classic drop style, you know, beaded jewellery. There is a little bit of, it can do a little bit of everything, can't it?
I'm relatively new to seed beading, so I'm still learning, and I'm thoroughly enjoying it, because it's a nice repetitive stitching, really. I suppose it goes down to the same fact of the sewing route that I enjoy in the mixed media. But yeah, definitely, I love the fact that it's so versatile.
And I think the interesting part about this combination is that in some ways, when you do mix with them, then you might actually find something a little bit different out of your designs. Yeah. I think that this really is, for me, a bit of a bundle where perhaps you will mix it, but you might actually play with them very separately with other things that's in your stash. I can see this and I kind of want to go, okay, where's my peacock pearls? Because I want to put my peacock pearls with those. Yes. That's where I'm seeing with these seed beads. And then actually part of me wants to put these alongside things like hematite. I want to see these, you know, I maybe use those as spacers, or I might just make a nice classic stretchy bracelet out of these gorgeous. And then I've got the Swarovskis. You know, I think that there's that real freedom here of getting a little bit of everything for everyone, and that's actually really quite good, isn't it? At £21.95 to get you your stash building. Congratulations, you've got that. Stay on the phone lines, of course. It's a free phone number that you're dialing. If you do want to join us on the web, you can do so at JewelleryMaker.com. Make sure you check out your baskets to guarantee. And congratulations congratulations if you have already confirmed. So what are you going to show us?
I'm going to do the star earrings to sort of stay in with the cosmic out of this
nice.
world theme. So I'm just going to show you the pattern and how I've created the star earrings. So I'm just going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8. I'm going to put 16 beads on.
Of the little smaller ones, the 11s. Are these the 11Os? They aren't,
Yeah.
aren't they? And you're doing 16 of those. Just onto, are you using Fireline?
Actually, I've got these. This is the S-Lon that we do as well. But if you have Fireline, then you can use Fireline or the KO threads that we've stocked in the past as well. So
Okay.
A KO thread is actually quite nice because it's already pre-waxed, so it's quite a nice strong thread to use.
Okay, and are you looking? Do you get to see the thread at any point? You don't mind if it's coloured or not?
No, it's fine. It's
Okay.
absolutely fine.
So whatever you've got in your stock, it doesn't matter.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 15, 16.
Happy?
Yep.
So we've got 16 of the 11Os.
Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I've just got the end of the thread there because obviously we don't want the beads scooting off at the end. And I'm just going to take my needle and if I just put that up to there. Now again, it just depends on how big you want your star as to, you could play about with how many points you want on your star. I had 5, you could have however many you want.
Okay.
So just gonna...
Sometimes people, when they do their stars, their points represent lost family members or loved ones. So actually it might be quite nice to be able to, you know, make something that's quite almost like a memorial piece of jewellery.
Yes.
You know, when you wear, when I wear jewellery, there's times where I wear jewellery for aesthetics and then there's times where I need the sentiment and the connective. And I guess, you know, with the star idea, you know, you could make something that's very personal.
Yes,
and, you
yeah.
know, if it is... Yeah, if you think about, like, say, for example, I might make them for my sister and myself because that connection is there of the loved ones that we cherish and the loved ones that are no longer here. And so perhaps there is that element of being able to put something like this into a very
Yes,
personal, so whatever points you want to do, you know, of people who you want to remember or, you know, whether it animals, etc.
So now I've now created a circle. So I'm just going to come in and we're just going to do an overhand knot. So this is going to tie everything together. So I just do one, and then I always just do like a surgeon's knot, as if you were going to do a stretchy bracelet.
A surgeon knot is essentially 2 knots in one, isn't it?
Yeah, once.
You just go through twice.
Twice. You don't have to, but I just like to make sure everything's safe and secure.
Yeah.
So we're now left with a circle of sorts, just there. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick up 2 of the 11Os, and then I'm going to pick up 1 of our galvanised, and then 2 more of our 11Os, and I'm going to leave out 2. So my thread's coming out here, and I'm going to leave out 2 of the seed beads, and then go into the 3rd there, and then bring that across.
So, as you were saying, if you wanted more points to the star or less points to the star, you put less or more of the 11Os
yes.
to make the circle bigger or smaller.
You'd have to do yourself a little bit of maths just to
hit one,
work
miss one,
out.
almost.
Yes, however many seed beads you want in between each point will be however big your circle is going to be.
Okay.
So I laid in bed trying to figure this
Work
out.
out, yes.
Because I'm not very good at maths, as you may have noticed.
No, me neither.
So again, we're just going to pick up 2, and pick up a galvanised, and pick up another one there. And then, so as you can see, we're coming out of this one, so I'm going to miss out those 2, and then pop up through there. And as you can see now, we're starting to get our points to our star. So again, we'll pick up 2. And pick up a galvanised, oh, come here you. 1 and 2. And then miss 2, and we'll pop into this one here. I'm getting some new glasses on Friday, so I'll be able to see what I'm doing soon. And then
But you're
again,
literally just building it up,
yep.
and it just takes you all the way around. And in terms of when you want to add in the shepherd hook, can we get a close-up of the earrings? How do you add how do you add the shepherd
I literally
hook?
just popped a jump ring through one of the galvanised, because the hole is so big, the hole in the seed bead. I literally just popped in
Oh, I see what you did there.
jump ring just at the top there, and then added in
Means,
the findings.
it means the star's facing forward as well, isn't it?
Yes,
'Cause that's why
yeah.
I was asking. That's why I was asking. I was thinking if you put them in, if you do it the other way, it means that the star's going to be flat, so you don't actually see the nice form unless you turn your head. So I was just wondering how you did that. So, oh, that's good.
So again, if you are new and you've got your findings pack with the with your welcome pack, then you can use the findings out of there, because there'll be jump rings in there. So again, we just miss out 2, and then come through here. And then if you want to, then I just went back round with my thread, just to make sure, going through everything there. And there's and that will strengthen everything up and give you the right tension. And you can just pop round, and once you've gone round again, and then you've got your 5 stars just on there. And then I pop my jump ring through the top, and that was my star.
That's awesome. That's pretty cool, isn't it?
Just something nice and simple. You know, you don't have to go too elaborate with the seed beads, and these are a good, good way to practice if you want to get into the seed beading. And again, as the ring that you're wearing there, that's I would say a simple peyote stitch. It took me a little while to sort of get to grips with it, but I'm sure, I think we've got a few videos and things on YouTube.
Yes, I know that there might be a DVD in the pipeline. I know.
Oh well. But, yeah, so I mean, and this is a very versatile stitch, because actually if you look at cross stitch patterns and things, they're done in blocks. So as with seed beading, you're like for your 11 O's, your 15 O's, that is however many seed beads you can get per inch. And as with cross stitch, the size of the actual fabric that you use for cross stitch is how many stitches you get within an inch. So you can actually convert seed beads, cross stitch patterns to seed bead patterns.
Ah,
so
that's interesting.
if you wanted to do something a little bit more elaborate, if you wanted to do a rose or something like that, you could then have a look and see, again, like with the deal that we had with the other seed beads there, you could then create your own patterns and things. So you could do.
And
like
so
a nice
do you
rose
do cross stitch then?
I have done, yes.
So that's kind of on your list, isn't it?
Yeah.
You're going to start doing that, aren't you? You're going to start doing seed beads into cross stitch and then seeing how you can.
See how I can do that. Yes.
Oh, that sounds exciting.
Yeah, I did a cross stitch of my mum's house. I converted a photograph of her house into cross stitch. It took me 2 years to do, and my sister wants me to do one of her houses. I said no.
Wait till I retire and then I might do it.
Oh, I mean, it was amazing when it was done, but because it actually looked like a photograph.
Wow.
It was really good. So
yeah, but never again.
Never again. And I'm not doing it in seed beads either. If you're watching.
Yeah, exactly. Probably going, now she can do this. Oh, I've got an idea. Yeah, think again. Congratulations if you have managed to get a hold of that kit. Congratulations to you if you got the Moldavite as well. I have to say to those of you who have been successful in that, very, very special deal. But we've got plenty more deals to fit in. Look, we've got 20 minutes before the end of the live show, and we kind of need to make some special deals happen in this next 20 minutes. Scott, are you ready for it? Okay, we have got some big opportunities for you. We've got for you, oh wow, that's a beautiful strand of morganite. We're going to go straight for it. Let's go straight for it. Let's do it as a star buy. I'm just I'm just going to put this like so, and I just want you to think about the jewellery that you want to make. And I think one of the nicest things about this strand is that I think there is that instant elegance, there's a Parisian chic about this gemstone, but there's that instant attraction to jewellery makers because there's not many stones that quite sit within this palette of colour tone. And certainly when you see it against this type of setting, you almost can see it in that boutique window. And you know, the history of this gemstone is very much boutique worthy. And when we start to think about, you know, the prestige of most gemstones, you can't see that the heritage sits any higher than a stone of this significance. You know, we're talking about the shop windows of Tiffany's was the exclusive location this gemstone was sold for many, many years. And I think in some ways, that boutique flair, that elegance, that oozes from the femininity and the Parisian chic of the stone is absolutely tangible in the strand like this, as much as it was all of those years ago. I think there is a sense of quality that is undeniable. And if people don't know about morganite, you know, if you're wearing this piece of jewellery that you make, whatever it be, a bracelet, a neckline piece, a pair of earrings, and people ask you about it, and they will, I'm sure they will, they potentially maybe even haven't heard of it before. But actually, the one thing you'll always say is the reason that they haven't heard is because it's very difficult to come by these days. And if we're talking about Brazilian morganite in particular, this is a very exciting prospect for your gemstone collection. Mainly these days, you don't get morganite from Brazil in terms of easy sourcing because the mining is very restricted in this location. In fact, Brazil in general is struggling to really supply any kind of quantities of significance to any gemstone of this type from aquamarine onwards. But this, haven't I just said that this is really difficult to come by? Can you just bring up the spec for me, guys? Okay, stop. Before you drop the price. No, before you drop... You've pressed the button. Can you see what that says? It says not enhanced. That means it's natural morganite. It's not treated. It's not heated. It's not diffused to be this colour. It's natural morganite for $9. Right, you've got to know. You need to, especially if you're going to get a certificate of authenticity. You've got to know that this is natural. You're purchasing a gemstone of a boutique history, a gemstone that holds its own. And you know the thing is that lots of people will not have heard of morganite. That's because it's really difficult to get. The reason that people have heard of diamonds is because yes, you know they're very exclusive, but they're also much easier and much more readily available than something like morganite. Absolutely exceptional price point to be at $9.95, and it's a really long strand for that as well. You know, you're getting here 30 centimetres. I mean, look at that. That's a serious length of boutique gemstone quality for $9.95. And when you start to think about, you know, how you use this gemstone, because of the shape and the size of the stones, because they're rondelles, and because you've got the variant 2x1 to 6x2, there's so much potential, isn't there? For neckwear that graduates around to the nape of the neck, to bracelets that just give us subtlety against perhaps a pearl stacker bracelet. You've got even the chance, I would say, with some of these smaller ones, you might actually want to, I wonder if I can show this, you might want to do a morganite ring.
Channel set ring, lovely.
I mean, imagine that, a morganite ring. And you could do that alongside a set of bracelet and necklace and still only pay $9.95. Boutique quality for under £10. I mean, that is formidable, and it's natural. And it's I mean, that's probably the thing that's probably more impressive than anything else. And these days, especially at the Tucson Gem Fair this year, the biggest deals were obviously the natural deals. I mean, the gem trade, there is a reckoning that 99% of the gem trade has a diffused or a treated stone. 99% is treated or diffused. And here we are, 1% of that. And we're doing it for $9.95. I know it doesn't make sense. I sometimes say to the lads when we come off air, you know, you make my job really hard, because I think that these, you know, when we price things at £9.95, I have to justify the price tag, not justify that it's too high. I have to justify that it's too low. I do sometimes think that I have I think I have a tough job. Not really. Not really. Yeah, not really. Okay, where should we go to next? Parado. Oh, rondelles. Rondelles? Ooh.
Ooh,
they're almost round
fresh,
rondelles,
yeah.
aren't they? Round shells. A new terminology. You heard it here first, folks. You've got these beautiful. Are they rounds? Ah, that makes more sense. I was thinking they're not rondelles, they're rounds. These are fabulous. Absolutely fabulous. Now I'm just pausing, so forgive me, but I'm pausing because these are round, but they're more of rondelles. However, the ones that you've just seen are rounds. That makes more sense. 2x1 to 3x2. That's this, guys.
Yeah.
Yes, that's the one. Hey, we're back on the same chart. These are rounds, though, aren't they? I mean, they're not as round as the rounds that we've just seen,
No.
but they're round rondelles. Roundhouse. Yeah, you've got these fantastic, I'd say they're almost microfaceted, because the quality of the faceting is really impressive.
Stunning.
You know, for a lot of places these days, they take strands like this and they'd literally just place them into a tumbler, and they'd move the tumbler, and then they'd classify the gemstones as being faceted, when actually they've just been chipped off each other.
Yeah.
Not here. Hand faceted qualities of each one of these stones, and beautifully shaped. They are rondelles, but they've definitely got more of a rounded feel to them than they have a flat feel. Like
Yes,
sometimes
yeah.
sometimes rondelles can sit towards a wheel, but these are
They're a
definitely
bit more
sitting
saucer-like, aren't they?
Definitely.
Whereas these are
rounded, bulbous.
Yes.
You have here 28 carats of, no, beg your pardon, you don't. You've got 25 carats in this 28 centimetre strand. Whew, you're looking at a great price tag of just £10.95. A beautiful fresh quality in this gemstone. I mean, it's totally natural again, you know, just to highlight the fact. That says £6.95.
It flashed a few times.
That flashed up at £6.95. This computer is definitely on the verge of breaking, just thanks to Scott's amazing prices. It's definitely on the cusp, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's on the edge. It's definitely on the edge. £6.95 is all you pay. I mean, let's face it, under £10 is great. But to get this quality, and of course it's August birthstone, so you know that if you're looking forward to creating jewellery for gifts for those around August birthstone, well, this would be fantastic. What about sitting it alongside, you know, some of your seed beads that you've just got from your last kit? What about putting those gorgeous colours? And because it's such a vibrant colour, it can sit against a black canvas, can't it? It can really create a bit of drama, can't it? And it's such a natural lift about it. £6.95, congratulations, all the way from one of the most defining locations in the world for this gem type. Two places you would go to for Peridot. You'd go to the US or you'd go to China, and I'd suggest this is probably Shanghai that we're going for, I would guess. That would be my thinking. Congratulations, you've got that amazing quality of colour, natural again. Shall we go with another boutique gemstone? And you know how we said the heritage of Morganite was very much placed within the one place of Tiffany's.
Yeah.
The interesting thing is there's another gemstone that sat in concurrence? I don't know whether that's the right word, but sat beside. Not currants, no. Not raisins, thank you, boys. The thing is that when Morganite came, actually, it almost had a forefather. It had almost had something that had set the tone of natural, resplendent pink gemstones. And this was the gemstone that set the world alight. I mean, quite literally, the world alight with its desirability within the gem trade from one place. Again, as I say, it was Tiffany's, and it was named after the chief gemologist of Tiffany's. It had such an elevated status. And you've got here a gemstone, and I don't know whether you know this, but it's a gemstone known as the evening stone because it can glow. It retains light and then it can glow in darkness, and it's a pretty cool stone to see when you see that close up. That looks gorgeous, but you can almost see that it has that glowing light quality.
Yes,
you can almost see that light
yeah.
retention, can't you? You can almost see, it's a bit like these days, your modern light bulbs, you turn them off and they still like almost harbour some light for a while, don't they? That's what this gemstone has, that feel about. You can almost see the intensity of the colour is maximised by the actual quality of the form of the stone inside. It's called spodumene, and spodumene, not a particularly attractive name, but what it is a gemstone that retains light inside the centre. It's got a bit of a pearlescence to it. Can you see that pearlescence there?
Oh wow, yeah.
You can see. It's almost got like a moonstone chatoyancy, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Absolutely magnificent. An amazing deal. A feature opportunity that you have here. Yes, I can't believe I'm going to say this. We're going where? Have we just taken £10 and just put it back in your pocket? I think we have, haven't we? We've just taken £10 and put it back into your pocket. Everybody pays the final low price, and that price tag is just $39.95. When you think of kunzite, where do you go with your jewellery? What's your instinct instantly?
I don't know, actually. I think I would probably make some men's jewellery with that, because it's not too much of a girly pink. It's quite a I don't want to say generic pink, but it's not girly, and I think it would. You could probably put that with some.
That's really interesting.
Nice black thread, and just have it just one on its own. And I think you could have it for the chaps.
But the interesting thing is that I think morganite is the girly girl pink. It's that feminine chic pink.
Yeah.
I think you're right. There's a little bit more richness to this. There's a little bit more depth. And I think, again, you know, because it has that retention of light, it has that phenomena that makes it individual. So you could use it as a single stone beautifully. At $39.95 is all you pay. Incredible history to that gemstone. An amazing opportunity at under £40. Congratulations. Right then, where should we go? Let's have a look. Ooh, chain. Heart-shaped chain as well. Look at this. You've got here your rose gold plated brass chain, and as you can see there, fabulous heart-shaped design just adds a real sense of individuality to the looks that you're going to be able to create. And because you're going to get not just a little bit, but a lot of chain, it means that you've got plenty of jewellery design to really embrace. And I think the nice part about this is that if you are just getting started into jewellery making and you like the idea of doing multi-stranded bracelets, if you do with the likes of silver, or you might get a little bit worried, precious, anxious that you're going to make a mistake. With this, actually, you've got 10 metres. You can practice to your heart's content. You can make those feature designs. Now, part of me, I would just go maybe 3 or 4 or 5 bracelets, and I'd make them into a single stack of bracelet like that.
Oh yeah, that'd be nice.
That's what I'd do. Because I love the shape of the heart. I think the heart can work on its own. I think it's got enough about it. You know what I'd do with it? I'd get the magnetic clasp just to make life easy. Got that magnetic clasp that I did earlier on. Make my life easy. Off a great looking piece of jewellery. And actually, that's probably going to cost me maybe about £3 for the chain. And that's probably not even going to be that, is it? It's probably going to be maybe £2.50 for the chain. And then the clasp was £4.95. So you're looking at a really luxury item for less than £8. I mean, it's really easy to make that happen, isn't it? Really make it happen. And you could cascade. You could do some lariat drop cascading jewellery, couldn't you? $14.95, loads of potential there. 10 metres, which gives you that ease of design, ease of opportunity. $14.95 has already paid for your whole 10 metres. Congratulations if you got that. Now, taking that rose gold quality, sorry about the creaky chair, these are gorgeous against the skin. Pearls just come to life against the skin. Pearls look beautiful when you get them home and you'll see them and you'll see them in the box when they're parcelled up. But actually, when you put them against the skin, it's like they just come to life. Yeah. They just transform. They are sumptuous. And they almost give an added glamour and shimmer to the wrist, don't they? They give that elegance. Now, you've got here your vintage rose freshwater cultured pearls. They're centre drilled, which means that you've got that chance to be able to do a flat design. Sometimes if they're top drilled, they perhaps come a little bit more haphazard. But because it's centre drilled, you can see it's going to sit beautifully against the wrist. Absolutely amazing. A fabulous treat that you have there. An amazing treat that you have. $14.95 is all you pay for your vintage rose freshwater cultured pearl with your centre drilled beaver design that you have. Size wise 18x7 to 26x7, so loads of opportunity to maximise on that look and style that you know pearls can be, and so much potential to get started. And if you're just getting started with this kind of quality, goodness me, what a way to begin. What a way to begin. Now, I have to say a big thank you for your company, and I'm hoping that you did manage to get your deal of the day. I'm hoping that you got your very own Moldavite. If you put it in your basket and you didn't check out, if it's still there, check it out so you don't miss out. That is your last chance to get your Moldavite at that price tag, and I certainly would recommend, with a 30-day money-back guarantee, that you get hold of it while we have it available at that price point. Certainly not can I give you that freedom of thinking we could do a deal like it again. So thank you so much. I have to say big up to the team tonight, because we have been a man down, but you wouldn't know it. So they've been absolutely awesome. Yeah. They've been incredible. Thanks to Scott, thanks to Paul, obviously, thanks to you. You've been an absolute trooper, and our Bruce. They've been amazing. Thank you to you more than anything. Great inspiration. Thanks. Bye.
You can now book Jewellery Maker workshops online. Just head over to our Jewellery Maker website and click on the workshop link. We have a wide range of workshops from beginner to intermediate, covering a variety of mediums. Once you've found a workshop you would like to attend, simply click on the Book Now button, fill in the required fields, and then press Continue. This will take you through to the payment page. If you have any questions, you can contact our workshop coordinator at any time by emailing workshop@jewellerymaker.com. We look forward to seeing you. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share. Welcome to Jewellery Maker. We are part of the Immediate Media family. Immediate Media is a fast-growing multimedia platform company who operates some of the most loved brands across the UK. Our brands range from our other shopping TV channel, The Sewing Quarter, to our very successful magazines, such as Simply Knitting, Molly Makes, and The Radio Times. We work incredibly hard to inspire you and bring you lots of exciting ideas and projects. So whatever your creative needs, you know that our crafting family will be there for you. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share.